Hello, YouTube, and welcome to another video. I am Mark Lacerda, and I have here Chad McChesney from the channel A Gentleman's Journey. Hello, YouTube.
Also known
bem-vindo para mais vídeo. Yeah.
It's also
Go on, Chad.
How you doing?
Good. I'm sure all of you know who is with me right now. Chad McChesney from the channel A Gentleman's Journey. So quem está comigo aqui hoje é o Chad McChesney. Am I butchering your name, Chad? Chad McChesney?
It's McChesney.
McChesney. Eu já estava detonando o nome dele aqui, Chad McChesney, do canal A Gentleman's Journey. Eu tenho certeza que muita gente aí conhece o Chad. Eu mesmo conheci o Chad muito antes de eu me tornar um reviewer. Eu já assisti os vídeos dele. I'm telling them, Chad, that I used to watch your videos way before I become a reviewer. So, yeah, true. You have a great influence on my collection. I show you some fragrances that I bought because of you. Eu estou falando para ele que ele tem uma grande influência na minha coleção, que tem algumas fragrâncias que eu comprei por causa dele, e eu vou trazer para, vou mostrar para ele a fragrância que eu comprei por causa dele. Mr. Chad, I let you say something to, especially the Brazilian community, but we are transmitting now to Portuguese speakers all over the world, to Angola, we're transmitting to Argentina. So
anywhere that's a Portuguese colony at one time, yes, I understand.
Ok, ele disse que todo mundo que suporta as colônias brasileiras, as colônias portuguesas, né? Todo mundo que é colônia de Portugal fala português.
So, Chad, so yeah, I know it.
That's great. The first question, Chad, I want to ask you: how did you become a reviewer? When did you start collecting fragrances? When you find out that you like fragrances? Quando ele começou a se tornar um reviewer? Quando ele descobriu que ele gosta de fragrâncias?
I always liked fragrances, but I didn't really wear much. Sorry, I'm going to turn that off. I didn't wear a lot of fragrances when I was younger. I had some like Polo Sport. Everybody had, like a lot of people here in North America had Polo Sport.
Ele está falando que ele não usava muitas fragrâncias, né? Mas ele tinha algumas das mais comuns, como por exemplo Polo Sport. Dessas mais comuns todo mundo tem.
Brut, there was Stetson. That's Aspen. Had Aspen. So those were like my high school fragrances. But I entered this community not as reviewing, but as watching back in 2011 when I came across. He's no longer reviewing, but a guy named Chris. He's known as Cubby. So he's actually in Vancouver, British Columbia. Yeah. So just like my other Brazilian friend who lives there. So I think he moved from Brasilia, Sao Paulo, or Rio, one of those places, to Vancouver because he hates.
Ele está falando de um amigo que mudou de Brasília, de São Paulo até o Rio, né, para Vancouver. Yeah, Chad.
So I at one time I was fatter than what I am now. So I'm a big boy right now. So when I lost all this weight years ago, I needed a new wardrobe. So I typed in like fashion, and Chris Cubby, he was the first reviewer. I came across one of his videos and I thought, wow, this is kind of strange. But after that, I was hooked. I was watching like 2, 3, sometimes 4 hours a day of fragrance reviews.
Oh my God, the same, yeah.
And then,
so just to keep up now, I will try to find a way that I can translate simultaneously. So we want. Ele está falando aqui que ele entrou no mundo das fragrâncias assistindo um outro review. Na verdade, ele precisava, né, de roupa, ele precisava de trocar o guarda-roupa. Aí ele caiu no Chris Colby, que é um resenhista. Aí ele não conseguiu parar de assistir resenhas. Ele assistia resenhas 4 horas por dia, né? E a partir daí ele então começou a ter interesse por perfumes. Go on.
And I came into this in 2013, like August 3rd of 2013. And
agosto de 2013.
The reason why is just like at the time I was like my wife, or like she was my friend. So my wife Neela, we were friends for that first year, and we would go shopping. She was into fashion, including myself, because I was slimmer, and we would always get.
And you also had more hair, right?
Oh yes, not a lot, but like the sales reps would always bug me. You know, I was like, oh, it has notes of this and that. I'm like, no, it does not. So then like the wife kind of like says, well, why don't you just start reviewing? So that's what I started doing.
Oh, that's nice. Aí ele começou a se interessar por perfumes, aí ele começou a aprofundar em perfumes e descobriu que ele sabia muitas vezes muito mais do que os vendedores que tentavam empurrar perfumes para eles. Os vendedores falavam, esse perfume tem essa nota, ele falava, não tem. Esse perfume tem esse cheiro, ele não tem. Aí a esposa dele falou, por que você então não se torna um reviewer? Por que você então não começa a fazer reviews? Now that you mention your missus, né? Agora que ele falou da esposa dele, do you have support from her for this kind of thing?
Yeah. We were supposed to film a video. Well, no, we did film a video yesterday, but I wasn't really feeling it, like the energy.
Né, eu perguntei se a esposa dele apoia ele nesse tipo de coisa, né? Ele falou que ele e a esposa iam gravar um vídeo ontem, mas ele não estava bem sentindo, né? Não estava sentindo a atmosfera. Yeah.
The energy was me, not her. And we did Prada Luna Rosa Carbon versus Bulgari put Atlantique.
Ia fazer um vídeo do Prada Luna Rosa Carbon contra o Bulgari pour Homme Atlantique. Yeah.
But I ended up filming that one myself today. So the wife. So the wife's we're gonna do another video next weekend.
Yeah, ele vai fazer outro vídeo com a esposa depois. Let's try do something, Chad. So we can. I'm trying to talk over you. You keep talking and try to translate simultaneously.
Okay.
Né, ele vai falar e eu vou tentar traduzir simultaneamente para a gente não ter essa pausa. All right?
Can I just say one thing though?
Pode falar alguma coisa, sim.
What is your scent of the day?
My scent of the day is this one. It was going to be a surprise, but that's my scent of the day. It's Latafa Velvet Oud.
Okay, that's okay. Well, I'm wearing two. So this was earlier Penguin Original Iconic Blend.
Yeah.
Then it was Lacoste L1212 Blue. However, because a lot of the watchers are from Brazil, I had to go with Olfactive Studio Still Life.
Brazilian loves that. Ele me perguntou qual que é o meu perfume do dia. Eu falei para ele que hoje eu estou usando esse perfume aqui, que é o Latafa Velvet Oud, que chegou para mim ontem. Então, obviamente, eu estou usando. E ele fez uma layer, né, com esses dois perfumes que ele mostrou e também o Still Life in Rio, do Olfactive Studio, né, que é uma fragrância que tem inspirada no Rio de Janeiro. Now, you were telling me that you have some Brazilian friends, don't you? Estou perguntando para ele se ele tem amigos brasileiros.
I have a few. I don't have a lot, but Toronto has. Excuse me. Toronto has.
Eu não tenho muitos, mas Toronto tem.
A fairly large Brazilian community.
Um grande número de brasileiros. Tem uma comunidade brasileira grande.
But we have, like, at my workplace, we have one guy. He's from Sao Paulo.
Onde eu trabalho, tem um rapaz de São Paulo.
Then there's my good friend Vitor, who lives in. He was once a reviewer, so he lives in Vancouver. But
in Vancouver. Yeah.
He doesn't review. He stopped in 2012. So if you want to look him up, it's V Mendoza.
What's her name?
V Mendoza.
V Mendoza. Don't know him. Are they YouTubers? Are they, or just like random Brazilian people there?
No, one of them was here. I'm just going to turn on my phone so I could show you it. One of the guys, Vitor, is originally from Brazil, but he was also a YouTuber. So this is from like 2011 to 2012.
Ele conheceu o Vitor, que é do Brasil, mas que também era um YouTuber, né?
Yeah. If you were to Google, or sorry, not Google, YouTube VMEDO.
Probably VICTOR. No, Victor.
No, it's just V Mendoza. So it's not Vitor Mendoza.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So he put the first letter of his name to his last name as the name of his channel.
Então ele colocou a primeira a letra do nome como a última, né, do nome do canal dele. Legal.
Hold on.
Ele vai mostrar agora o brasileiro aí.
I'm looking him up.
Yeah, take your time. I'm just showing some comments here. Renato Campos is asking, Toronto. I was there when I lived in Montreal.
Oh, Montreal. It's a very French community.
E o Chad estava me mostrando, né? Antes da gente entrar ao vivo, o Chad estava me mostrando a vista, né, de onde ele está. É impressionante, né? Lindo, 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 lindo lugar onde ele está. Ele está bem no alto mesmo. Just explaining them the view that you showed me right before we went live. It was absolutely amazing. He was something else now.
There he is. Oh, no, it's V. Mundo. So, okay, his last name is Mendoza, but he, hold on, here we go. Come on.
If you can find, that's fine. Oh, there you go. Esse é o brasileiro que é amigo do Chad, que é um youtuber, então talvez vocês conhecem ele.
Yeah, so he's a good friend of mine.
That's great. Chad, what is your thing on perfumery? That's it sounds like a silly question, but my thing in perfumery, my kind of, let's say, speciality in perfumery, is to try to find hidden gems, really nice fragrances, but for the lowest cost possible. Okay. Eu perguntei para o Chad, qual que é a parada dele, né? Qual que é o jogo dele na perfumaria? O meu jogo é tentar encontrar as fragrâncias melhores possíveis pelo menor custo possível, né? How about you, Chad? What is your thing that gets you moving on the perfume game?
For me, it's pretty much the same thing. I like finding hidden economical fragrances that smell really good for a low price.
Ele é a mesma coisa, ele gosta de achar fragrâncias econômicas, né? Fragrâncias que têm um excelente custo-benefício. That's one thing on your channel as well, isn't it, Chad? Because I can see that you have a lot of reviews of cheapies, of really kind of like low-cost fragrances.
My channel, for the most part, is supposed to cater to the everyday man. So the everyday man, for the most part, doesn't want to spend a lot of money on niche, right? So, like, I'm just a blue-collar worker. I do all right for myself, but for the most part, I don't have like $500 a month to blow on fragrances.
Sei. Bem, eu perguntei para ele, né, que o canal dele, ele gosta de lançar muito conteúdo com fragrâncias baratas, né? Ele está me falando aqui que o canal dele é um canal para pessoa de todo dia, né? Pro homem de todo dia, né? Que não tem, né? Por mais que ele gosta de nicho, ele não gosta de gastar aí 200, 300, 500, né, dólares em fragrâncias de nicho. Então ele tenta trazer um conteúdo para todo mundo, né? Fragrâncias mais baratas que realmente o povo vai consumir. That's my thing as well, and I admire that. I like my cheapies, and sometimes I find some cheapies that I really, really like. Eu e o Chad, nós temos uma surpresa para vocês. Nós vamos trazer, eu pedi para o Chad trazer, nós vamos fazer um top 10 perfumes baratos, mas muito bons. O Chad trouxe 10 perfumes baratos que ele escolheu, e eu trouxe 10 perfumes baratos, e cada um nós vamos mostrar. Now, Chad, back to the thing. Now we're going to show them our first cheapie of this life.
Okay.
So what would you have there for us?
Okay, so most of the stuff here is for the hot Brazilian weather. It's all fresh.
Nice.
It's all freshies, but I do have some darker stuff.
Nice. Ele separou a maioria das coisas que ele vai mostrar aqui, dos chips dele, são pro clima brasileiro. Então são freshes, são fragrâncias mais frescas. I just want to say to Nelson Murillo, he's watching us. Nelson Murillo is your neighbor almost next door. You're typing to him yesterday on Facebook, and he's an important guy on the Perfume Friends group. He gives me a hand there.
So you're asking what's my first one? And
what's the first cheapie? Whoa, there you go. Dunhill
Desire Blue Ocean. So it's C notes, vetiver. Sorry, it's vetiver or patchouli. I think it's patchouli and citruses. There's only 3 notes to it.
Is it nice? I don't know this one, Chad. I know a couple of Dunhills. I really like the Icon. I'm in love with Icon. Oh my God, it's really good.
Their Desire line gets less attention. It's their Icon line that gets the most attention.
Right. Tá aí, Dunhill Desire Blue
Ocean.
Blue Ocean. Dunhill Desire Blue Ocean.
This is the regular Dunhill Desire Blue.
Nice. Okay. Oh, so that was a flanker of that one.
No, you know what? There's a flanker to a flanker to a flanker.
That's what I see there. Right. Okay. Now that you blew my first one, asking me what was my scent of the day, I'm going to have to show that one then.
Okay.
Agora que ele já expôs a minha, né, com a minha fragrância do dia, eu vou ter que mostrar. So my scent of the day is this one. I just bought it by the influence of some Middle East reviewers. There's plenty of them there.
Oh, is there?
Oh yeah, and I can tell you this much. This was a bargain. This is niche quality right there.
I sold only one Latafa.
Yeah. Which one is that, Chad?
It's a super sweet one. I don't know what it's called.
Is it Ragba? Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. Então, chegou para mim esse perfume. Então, essa é a minha dica do dia da Latafa. Esse perfume me custou, that cost me 16 euro. 16 euros. That's a bargain. And this smells like Tuscan leather, pretty much like Tuscan leather. But in my opinion, it's better.
Okay.
Because Tuscan leather, for me, it's a little bit too overwhelming. It's a little bit too much, too animalic. It's a little bit too on your face. I like Tuscan leather, don't get me wrong. But I think Tuscan leather is just a little bit too much for me. Então, esse aqui, na verdade, seria um clone. Eu não diria um clone, mas ele se parece muito com o Tuscan leather. Né? E me custou 16 euros. A diferença é que Tuscan leather é um pouco mais animalic. Tuscan leather is a little bit more animalic. This is slightly sweeter. This, after a while, on a dry down, it kind of like smells. It smells like oud palau from the house of Diptyque. Oud Spahan, oud palau, that kind of vibe. And then in the end, they get resinous and it smells a bit like Fahrenheit Parfum, Le Parfum. It's a beautiful scent. Eu realmente estou impressionado com a Latafa. Né? Because of this frag, I order more Latafas on my collection.
How big is that bottle?
That's 100 ml, Chad.
Oh, it looks huge. That's why.
Yeah, and the design quality as well of the bottle. It's a heavy bottle. It's amazing how the Middle East, how can they do it? How can they sell such cheap fragrances with such high quality? Like,
I know.
It's insane. Então, eu estou conversando aqui com o Chad, porque, né, como é que, né, principalmente essas fragrâncias do Middle East, né, eu estou aqui mostrando para ele como eu estou impressionado com a casa Latafa e como é que essas casas conseguem vender fragrâncias de tanta qualidade por um preço tão barato. Did you know, Chad, one thing that at least I was reading about it, and the average cost of a fragrance, let's say typical designer fragrance, we see around mainstream fragrances, they cost around $9
to make.
That's the production cost.
Jeez.
Yeah. And it's pretty amazing that in some of them we pay like $100 or $90, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
So there you go. That's how this kind of Middle East, people can make fragrances at such a cheap price.
Can I ask a fragrance question?
Yeah, go on now.
Renato Campos, what was he doing in Montreal?
Renato Campos, o que você estava fazendo em Montreal? O que você fazia? Se você estiver assistindo, o Chad está perguntando, né, o que você fazia em Montreal. Beleza? Enquanto o Renato Campos, so while he's typing his answer there, let's go to the next question. Chad, do you have any idea how many fragrances you have?
Oh, I got probably 200. Probably 200. I would say between 180 and 190. Like, it's not my collection is not big compared to some of the other collections out there, but I feel like my collection is out of hand. Because I live in a condo or a flat, and the wife and I, we've kind of like outgrown it. So I have samples in this room. I got samples in the living room. I got samples in 2 of the bathrooms, the bedroom. Like, it's unreal.
Eu perguntei para o Chad quantas fragrâncias ele tem. Ele disse que tem entre 180 e 200 fragrâncias. Ele não tem tantas fragrâncias quanto outros resenhistas, mas essas são as fragrâncias, né, que ele gosta. Ele tem samples de fragrâncias no banheiro, ele tem tudo espalhado pela casa. Even though I can see you live in an apartment there as well, isn't it? I don't think you're able to have way more than that as well.
Well, I probably could, but just I moved into, like, when I moved here, this is my wife's place. I moved into her place when we got married.
Yeah.
So,
Então ele mudou, na verdade, esse é o apartamento da esposa. Então ele mudou para lá quando eles se casaram. Né? Ele disse que pode ter um pouco mais. Ele tem espaço para ter um pouco mais, mas ele vai manter essa quantidade. And you don't want to grow your collection. You think like 180 to 200 is all right?
I would like to get rid of a lot of my stuff. Like I keep it because I like to do like eventually I like to revisit. So if I do like a smell and rate on Ferrari, I don't wear a lot of my Ferrari fragrances anymore. Some I do, but I would like to revisit the brand and get like my wife. Okay, so what do you think of this one versus this one, right? So like if I did a let's say a smell and rate on Best Ferrari with her, I would like to get another person's take on that brand.
Okay, that's cool. Ele não quer ter tantas fragrâncias. Ele quer ter poucas fragrâncias, né? Sorry, I kind of missed that a little bit in the end about the Ferraris. Hello, Chad. Hello, Chad. Yeah, you're back.
Okay,
no,
yourself.
Yeah. O Chad, na verdade, ele tinha me falado que ele está tendo uma tempestade chegando lá. Então, se, né, por acaso a gente, né, caiu um pouco a qualidade, é por causa da tempestade que ele está tendo em Toronto. So, what were you saying about the Ferraris there at the end, Chad?
So let's say I did the video with my wife a couple of years ago, let's say 4 years ago.
Fazer vídeo com a esposa uns 2 anos atrás.
I would like to ask somebody else for their take on the Ferrari brand. So it's kind of like an update.
Ele ia perguntar para outras pessoas o que eles acham das fragrâncias da Ferrari. É mais ou menos um update que ele ia fazer. Yeah, go on.
Whether it's Ferrari or if it's Dunhill, if it's Creed, I like to redo the video and kind of like get like an update version. So
ele gosta de refazer os vídeos dele para pegar, né, para fazer tipo uma versão renovada. Então ele tem os vídeos antigos e de repente ele faz de novo para ter uma versão mais renovada. The other thing as well, Chad. So you said your missus supports you. The reason I'm asking you, né, vou voltar aqui para perguntar para a esposa dele se a esposa dele realmente apoia ele nessa né, trilha aí com as fragrâncias. The reason I'm asking you is because it gets pretty hard for a collector if he doesn't get the support at home, isn't it?
So yes. So my wife does support me, but if I start buying more and more, then no. Like she'll say, okay, I think.
Ela apoia, mas se ele começar a comprar mais e mais e mais, aí ela já deixa de apoiar, né?
So you're a married man, so you know the term. Happy wife is a happy life.
Absolutely. Para todo mundo que é casado aí, né? Uma esposa feliz é uma vida feliz. Então, tenta fazer a sua esposa feliz. So, that's nice. And, and I can see that she partakes in a lot of your videos as well, isn't it? Like, there's a lot of videos that she's
South American, too, so.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, she's South American as well, yeah.
Like so my wife has 2 cultures. So her parents are from Guyana.
Ele tem 2 culturas, né? Os pais dela são da Guyana.
So just north of Brazil, but she's of East Indian descent.
Okay, so do norte do Brasil, and she is descent of whom?
Of Indian descent. So her ancestors are from India.
Ela tem descendentes indianos. Muito legal, muito legal. So continuing. I've read something, Chad, right when I posted the video. Bem quando eu postei o vídeo no grupo Perfume Friends, né? Eu postei um vídeo na verdade, eu postei o thumbnail, postei a propaganda, né, do vídeo que eu ia postar, e alguém fez um comentário e disse assim: One thing I admire about him. Uma coisa que eu admiro sobre ele, sobre o Chad, is his honesty. So someone said, one thing I admire about you, Chad, is your honesty. Alguém disse que admira bastante o Chad pela honestidade dele. And then Chad answered. Aí o Chad respondeu, my honesty gets me in trouble with people more than I wished. I have to learn how to be more filtered. Aí ele respondeu, a minha honestidade me coloca, né, em problemas com algumas pessoas mais do que eu pensava. Eu tenho que ser mais filtrado. What do you mean by that, Chad? You don't need to be specific. It can be generic, just to give us an idea.
So right now, politically, okay, like I don't want to get into politics, but you know how, like, if you have a different political view of somebody.
Por exemplo, em política, se você tem uma diferença política, uma visão, yeah.
So, like, I have a lot of friends that are from different faiths.
Eu tenho muitos amigos de fés diferentes, né?
So even though that my wife is of Indian descent, she gets.
A esposa dele é descendente de indiana.
She'll get mistreated. She'll be treated as a second-class citizen from people from India at her own temple.
Ela vai ser tratada como uma pessoa de segunda classe, mesmo pelos indianos no templo deles. Yeah.
And I'll call it as it is. I'm like, how can you be racist towards someone who's of the same descent and same faith?
Ele fala na lata, como é que você pode ser racista para uma pessoa que tem a mesma descendência e a mesma fé? You're pretty straightforward.
Oh, very straightforward. So, like, when people, like, right now, there's in North America, there's a lot of talk about racism.
Lá na América do Norte tem muita gente falando sobre racismo.
But because I live in Toronto, a lot of my friends don't look like me. They're mostly black, they're Indian, and they're Chinese.
Em Toronto, os amigos dele, eles são chineses, eles são negros, indianos, yeah.
So when they start saying that, your people, white people, I'm Britain did all this bad stuff, I'll tell them, like, aren't you forgetting what your people did or what people from your religion did? Like, racism.
Muitas vezes as pessoas falam, mas Britain, a Inglaterra fez muito isso. Aí ele fala, mas espera aí, então você está esquecendo também do que a sua cultura fez, do que a sua religião fez. Então muita gente acusa e esquece dos próprios erros deles. E
I'll call out the bullshit. Like, even one of my ex-girlfriends was Muslim, and I've experienced a lot of discrimination from her community. Can you hear me? You're frozen.
Inclusive uma das ex-namoradas dele era.
And a lot of them will say,
yeah, I can hear you back now, yeah.
Okay, so a lot of them will say, well, it's this, like, you can't say this, you can't say that, but I'll say, okay, but it's okay for you to criticize the country that you're living in, or it's okay for you to criticize me because I'm not part of the religion. I'm not a religious person. I'm Catholic by birth, but I don't care for religion at all. I respect everybody's beliefs. But
ele não é uma pessoa religiosa. Ele nasceu católico, mas ele não se importa com religião. But it makes sense. So whatever you have to say, you just say it.
Yeah, I'll call.
And
like,
after.
And sometimes my wife.
É isso aí.
To tone it down.
Aí entra a esposa dele e começa a mediar as coisas e começa, né, a baixar um pouco o fogo dele. Mas ele fala, and I can see that happens in fragrances as well. When you review in fragrances, if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you like it. There's no, like, you just say it.
I don't understand why people get so passionate and so upset if someone.
Como as pessoas ficam tão apaixonadas, entusiasmadas e tão.
If someone doesn't like their fragrance, this hobby is a very feminine hobby, to my opinion.
Não entende como as pessoas às vezes se sentem tão chateadas quando alguém fala que não gosta do perfume dessa pessoa, né? Por quê, né? Então seria como se fosse um hobby de mulheres, né? Todo mundo, eu não gosto disso, eu não gosto daquilo.
So my friend Rush, who you may have seen on camera, he's part of the LGBT, so he's gay. He said that he's never.
Rush é parte da GLS, né? O amigo dele é gay, yeah.
So he's never seen so many straight heterosexual men argue about something as feminine as this.
Ele mesmo nunca viu tantos homens heterossexuais, né, brigando por tanta coisa como na comunidade de fragrância, né? Então, assim, até alguém da comunidade gay, né, achando que o pessoal da comunidade de fragrância é muito cocôzinho, brigando por causa dessas coisas. That makes sense, and that leads to another question now. Isso faz sentido, isso me leva para mais uma pergunta. The next question is, do you think that in the 21st century, is there such a thing like a men's fragrance or a girl's fragrance? Is there such a thing now on the 21st century? Yeah. Existe essa questão de perfume de homem e perfume de mulher no século 21? Vamos ver a resposta dele.
I think so. I'm also a little, like, I'm very open-minded, but at the same time,
muito aberta, yeah.
I'm a little traditional in some ways.
Mas em alguns outros, mas em alguns caminhos ele é bem tradicional também.
But if a man wants to wear a female fragrance, then by all means.
Se ele quer usar uma perfume de mulher, não tem nenhum problema.
So,
but you wouldn't wear.
Pardon me?
Você não usaria.
What was that?
You wouldn't wear.
No.
You would, not even black orchids, like many people say that it has that masculine vibe. Ele falou que ele não usaria, né? Eu tô perguntando, nem o Black Orchid, né? Que tanta gente fala que usa o Black Orchid porque tem essa vibe um pouco mais masculina.
This is probably the only feminine fragrance I'll ever wear. It's Guerlain, Pampelune, Aqua Allegoria. Do you know who Rogue Zoe is?
I do know the guru.
Okay, Mark is a friend of mine. He only lives a few hours away from me. He actually introduced this one to me, and it is marketed as a female fragrance, but it's
Mark Robbs que apresentou essa fragrância para ele, né? Que é a única fragrância feminina que ele tem na coleção e que ele usa porque foi uma indicação do Rob. What's his channel again? No, it doesn't come to my mind.
Robes 08.
Robes 08. Yeah. I used to watch him a lot now. So did he live beside your house there, yeah?
No, he lives in another city about 3 hours away from me.
Oh, nice.
But where I'm originally from, it was only an hour and a half away. So
I remember a video you shot with Rob's 08.
Oh, yeah.
You were talking about Boss Bottled. It was Boss Bottled, wasn't it?
I think it was probably The Scent.
The Scent, yeah. Tô aqui me lembrando aqui que eu assisti vários vídeos dele, né? E eu assisti esse vídeo que ele fez com o Rob's 08, que é o guru, né? Que é como ele é conhecido aí.
I've met over 40 other reviewers all over the world.
Yeah. Ele tá falando que ele, né, tem acesso, já encontrou com mais de 40 reviewers por todo mundo, né? I'd say if it was 40, you can say 41 now because you're just doing this live with me.
But I'm talking about in person.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Eu falei, não, se você conheceu 40 reviewers do mundo inteiro, então agora é 41, porque você está fazendo essa live comigo. Ele está falando, não, em, né, físico, pessoa física mesmo.
So I've met Jeremy Fragrance, Mr. Smelly, 1977, Greggy Boy, Adolescence, Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, Coach Rob 619, all kinds.
That's nice, and that leads me to another question. Right after we introduce the next low-cost fragrance, the last cheapie. So, what's your next cheapie there?
Okay.
Well, a segunda fragrância que a gente vai, né, trazer para vocês.
It's another Dunhill scent, but this is Dunhill Pure.
Dunhill Pure. It's another freshie as well, is it?
It's citrus, sea notes, but also whitewater lily.
Fresco, tem notas marinhas e tem lírio também.
It has a lily accord and maybe a little bit of a floral type.
Lírio, levemente floral. Right, that leads me to my second one as well. Because you brought the cheapie, I'm gonna bring because you brought the freshie, I'm gonna bring a freshie as well. That's very well known. Porque ele trouxe, né, uma fragrância fresca, eu vou trazer uma fragrância fresca também. This is one of my favorite freshies of all times. Whenever I don't know what to wear, I pick this one up. Né, essa é uma das fragrâncias, das melhores fragrâncias frescas de todos os tempos para mim. Né, e quando eu não sei o que eu tenho, né, o que escolher, eu pego essa fragrância. Everybody knows this one. Nautica Voyage.
Yeah.
I just love it. It smells just like a conditioner, you know, like it's super. And performance in this one is absolutely insane, né? E a performance desse perfume também é insana. Ela performa, a performance dessa fragrância em mim é praticamente o dia inteiro. Eu aplico 8 horas da manhã e chego em casa às 6 horas da tarde, eu ainda estou exalando esse perfume. So it's an amazing cheapie. Now that you mentioned that you've met so many reviewers, né? Agora que você falou que você já encontrou com tantos reviewers, how are they? Have you ever met someone that it kind of lost the grasp of reality and thought, okay, I'm a superstar? Né? Porque ele se encontrou com tantos reviewers, eu estou perguntando para ele, você já se encontrou com algum deles que acabou perdendo um pouco a noção da realidade e se acha muito estrelinha? Eu sou muito estrelinha. Is there any of them, or you don't need to tell names or anything?
Probably not. Like there are some people might think that they're bigger superstars than what they really are. A lot of people.
As pessoas podem pensar que eles são mais superstars do que eles são, né?
A lot of people will say that Jeremy Fragrance's head got big. But
pode falar que o Jeremy é estrelinha, mas...
But with me, he was very down to earth, very nice. He recognized me first.
Com ele foi muito pé no chão, cara, gente boa. That's nice. A lot of people think that of Jeremy, all right? É bom. Muita gente pensa isso do Jeremy, na verdade, não é? Que o Jeremy é bem estrelinha. Ele encontrou com o cara e ele falou que não, o cara é bem pé no chão.
I don't watch him anymore just because his content is just not for me. But
eu não assisto o Jeremy mais porque o conteúdo dele não é mais para ele.
But when I met him, I actually went to shake his hand, and he actually hugged me instead. So
that's nice. O Jeremy, ele foi apertar a mão dele, na verdade ele abraçou ele, né? Não quis nem apertar a mão, quis abraçar. That's nice, Chad. Talking about another trend in perfumery now. I'd say that's pretty much a trend, isn't it? Agora eu vou falar um pouco de um trend, de uma coisa corriqueira, que acontece muito no mundo da perfumaria. There is a lot of reviewers, they are coming up with their own line of perfumes. They're coming up with their own fragrances, né? Tem muitos reviewers que estão trazendo, né, criando as próprias fragrâncias, ou lançando as próprias fragrâncias. Né? We see that with Steven. We see that with Fabio Condé. Fabio Condé is a Brazilian reviewer now. He came out with his own fragrances, né? Tem o Fabio Condé também, que é, né, um reviewer brasileiro e trouxe as fragrâncias. And Condé fragrances are a hit all over the world, né? E as fragrâncias do Condé são realmente
Mr. Oz. I don't know his name, but Mr. Oz. He's from the U.S.
Yeah.
He, Mr. Oz. If nobody knows, he's his race. So he's a black guy who's originally from Africa, but he's living in the U.S. He's a smaller channel. He's got his own line. There's also Peter from Fragrance View. There's
Peter from Fragrance View. Yeah.
There's Mr. Smelly. There are a few guys that got their own stuff.
Do you plan on coming up with your own fragrances eventually? Ele não quer lançar as fragrâncias dele, não.
It doesn't interest me at all.
Ele não tem interesse nenhum em lançar as fragrâncias dele. I've seen a few videos of you, and especially Steven, and also Carlos from Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. Are they nice? Are they?
Steven is one of my closest friends in the community.
Steven é dos amigos mais próximos dele na comunidade.
Steven was actually in this very room last year, right around this time.
O Steven estava exatamente nesse quarto, nessa sala onde ele está aí, né, no ano passado. Né? Steven really like... to know what I think of Steven when I'm watching his videos, né? Tô perguntando para ele, você sabe o que eu penso do Steven, né, do Redolescence, né, para quem não sabe? I think Steven as Mr. Nice Guy, I really do. Então, eu penso no Steven como o cara mais gente boa da perfumaria. Do you know why I'm saying this to you? Né? Sabe por que eu tô falando isso para você? Because Steven came, like, he out of nowhere, he popped up in one of my videos and commented my videos, né? Tô falando para ele que o Steven apareceu em um dos meus vídeos e fez um comentário nos meus vídeos. Né? O comentário que o Steven fez no meu vídeo é: parabéns pela, né, pela variedade de fragrâncias, continue com um bom trabalho e tal, né? De repente, nossa, o Steven from Adolescence, né? Do you know what I think was so nice? Because he just came out of nowhere watching someone else's video that he can't even understand what I was talking about, and he commented on my...
What you see from Steven on camera is what you get off cam.
É.
But like, Steven has...
O Steven na câmera é exatamente isso que ele é.
He has a side that he doesn't show a lot of people. Steven's very proper. He's very gentleman-like. But
ele é cavalheiro, Steven.
He has a pretty sarcastic sense of humor.
Mas ele também é bem sarcástico. Tem senso de humor bem sarcástico. Like you.
Oh, me, I'm all the time though. But if you hear Steven say "fuck" or "asshole," it's like, what?
Se você vê o Steven falando algum palavrão, você fala o quê?
He just doesn't because you don't expect that, right? Or if he does like a dirty joke, you just don't expect it. But there's a side that only a few people see.
Mas tem lado do Steven que ele deixa só algumas pessoas ver, né? Yeah, he really does. Have you tried his fragrances? Você já testou as fragrâncias do Steven?
Hold on.
Vai pegar as fragrâncias do Steven. Mas isso é interessante mesmo, porque, né, o cara aparecer no meu canal e you have a discovery set there.
Yeah.
Ele tem o discovery set das fragrâncias do Steven. Very nice.
I do have a bottle somewhere around here, but I just don't know where it would be. But yeah, no, these are actually pretty solid. They're not all for me. The Navis is great. Intimus is good. Nelson Murillo, yes, Mr. Oz is an amazing channel. Intimus kind of smells like Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male, Ultramar. And some of these just don't agree with me at all. So
ele falou que algumas dessas fragrâncias do Steven, apesar de ser amigo dele, algumas delas não deu muito certo com ele. Yeah, that happens a lot. Now, time to bring the next cheapie. Hora de trazer a próxima fragrância para vocês, a próxima dica de fragrâncias baratas e de excelente qualidade. What's your next cheapie there?
This one is going to be for the younger guys. This is Guess Night Access. What's one or the other? It's a Guess Night at the very least. So this is it's more of a younger man scent. It's got vanilla.
Para pessoas mais novas, com a personalidade mais jovem. Right.
So if the young guys want a sexy fragrance,
então se, né, o pessoal mais novo, rapaziada, quer uma fragrância mais sexy, Guess Night que ele trouxe aí seria a fragrância. I'm going to bring something, it's probably not that cheap, but for the quality, I mean, you can't go wrong. Eu vou trazer uma aqui que talvez não é tão barata quanto esses baratinhos, mas pela qualidade ela se torna muito, mas muito barata. I'm talking about a Queer Molinar. What an amazing scent. That's niche quality right there. E essa fragrância foi tão barata para mim, and this was so cheap. Like, I paid something like 25 euro. Eu paguei 25 euros, mais ou menos. Now it's like something around $50 now. They're bringing up the price now. Eu paguei 25 euros. Agora deve estar mais ou menos uns 50, mas mesmo por 50 é incrível. Yeah.
Hey, can I ask you something about Brazil?
Go on, yeah.
How long have you been in Ireland for?
Been in Ireland for 14 years now.
Oh, okay. So since you're from Brazil, do you pronounce it biscoita or bolocha?
Oh.
I wrote some notes down. So I had I was watching a video before I was to do this, and I know it's Rio Janeiro. I thought it was dinero, but it's Janeiro.
Janeiro, yeah. Say again. Rio. Say Rio.
Rio Janeiro.
You have to pronounce the R like a H, like Rio.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know.
Rio.
I know you got some people, like you have like a race of people called Pardo.
Pardos. Yeah, we have it. Yeah.
So, like there's something called Lencos Matahesas National Park. They're flooded deserts.
Really?
It's in the north end of the country, so.
Oh, I would know now. 14 years out of Brazil.
Well, what made you go to Ireland? It's so different.
Man. It was pretty much work, Chad. Agora ele que está me entrevistando aqui. Ele está me perguntando o que me levou para Irlanda.
Did you marry a nice Irish girl?
I met quite a few, but I can't say much about it because I'm married to a Brazilian girl.
Oh, okay. I thought you married.
Ele está me colocando em problema aqui. Está me perguntando se eu conheci algumas irlandesas bacanas aí. Eu falei, eu conheci, mas eu não tenho que ficar quieto porque eu sou casado com uma brasileira, então eu não posso, né? You want to get me in trouble, don't you?
What does it say? Bald mischief maker.
Yeah, I know that 100% now. Chad, what are the plans? Quais são os planos, né, for your channel? What are the plans for A Gentleman's Journey?
For the most part, it's pretty much just a hobby. I would like it to become bigger. I would like I have no interest in making my own fragrance, but I would like the channel to become bigger. It's for. Go ahead.
É o hobby dele, né? O canal dele é o hobby dele. Ele não tem interesse em trazer a linha de fragrâncias dele, mas ele gostaria muito que o canal dele crescesse, né?
But,
Same as, it's a hobby. Yeah, keep going, Chad.
For me, the channel kind of feels like it plateaued. So a lot of my videos don't really get viewed like they once did. And I find
o canal dele deu uma estagnada.
I kind of have to do the same old, like the same top 10, but you just kind of like change the name and the title a little bit. So it's like, and like instead of like you could have like the very same top 10, just change the wording around and change the order of the fragrances around.
Aí ele vai fazer tipo o mesmo top 10, mas mudando um pouco da sequência das fragrâncias, esse tipo de coisa. And why do you think that is happening, Chad? Don't you think that that's probably happening because of this kind of like the new channels coming up all the time?
Yeah.
With this kind of really kind of flashy titles and flashy thumbnails, like the sexiest of the sexiest, the gods, the God fragrances, the fragrances that should be written on the Bible, as fragrâncias que eu tô perguntando para ele, não seria pelo fato de que cada vez mais se lançam canais de fragrâncias e os títulos são cada vez mais apelativos, sexy, né? You think that
I've had to change some of like the titles in my in some of my videos, right? So like here, let me go to the other window and I'll tell you some of the. So like I have top 10 citrus bombs, best like in like so top 10 citrus bombs, but I had to put like best bright
bombas cítricas.
I have one by Martin Margiela, and I have to say why the hate. I had a why the hate, then the name of the fragrance. So it's just I don't know. It's just I don't like doing these, but sometimes you kind of have to change the title and kind of I don't want to say sell out, but you have to kind of like do what everybody else does. That's what I don't like about how the fragrance community is now, because a lot of it it's all about this.
É por isso que ele não gosta muito de como a comunidade está indo agora, porque a comunidade está migrando para um lado onde eles se importam muito com dinheiro.
Don't get me wrong, I would love like right now I make about here. Let me look it up and I'll tell you exactly how much money I make a month on AdSense.
Ele vai mostrar para a gente quanto que ele faz mensal pelo YouTube com as reviews dele. Ele vai mostrar quanto que o canal... You know, you don't need to do that, right? Only if you want to.
I make about $150 a month, USD.
Ele faz mais ou menos $150 por mês, né? É o que ele faz, $150 americanos por mês no canal dele.
And I would love to get more money, but I'm not willing to sell myself to all of a sudden...
Ganhar mais, mas ele não está com vontade de se vender. Ele não vai se vender para fazer isso.
I'm not going to change my channel all of a sudden to like the sexiest fragrances, the biggest compliment getters.
Ele não vai vender o canal dele, ele vai mudar para as fragrâncias mais sexy, as fragrâncias que rendem mais elogios e Eles não vão fazer isso. Ele não vai fazer isso.
I can't do that. That's not me. And if I did, people would notice the drastic change, right?
They would notice. Exactly. They would know straight away.
And when you have,
Ele não vai fazer isso.
and if you have a 43-year-old all of a sudden doing something like that, it makes them look like a bigger douchebag than what they really are. Not that I am a douchebag. Well, no, I am a bit of a douchebag, but
I know. You said something right now. If you do, they would know straight away because they know Chad for like 6 years. And this new Chad that's coming out of nowhere,
yeah.
you know? Eu tô falando para ele que com certeza eles vão notar, né? Porque assim, eles conhecem o Chad por 6 anos, né? Que é o tempo que ele tem o canal dele. E de repente ele muda a personalidade para tentar vender aquilo que ele não é, you know? But if you were coming out with your channel today, would you change anything or would you be a different person?
Maybe a little bit, yeah. Maybe a little bit.
Eu perguntei se você viesse agora como um reviewer, né? Se você começasse agora, você mudaria alguma coisa que você fez no passado? Ele falou, talvez um pouco. Né? Eu mudaria talvez um pouco.
I would probably add maybe a few more top 10s or try to be a little bit more creative. Like, I'm trying to add better visuals. I'm just not a technology person.
Ele mudaria um pouquinho, talvez uma coisa aqui, uma ali, talvez ele melhoraria a qualidade dos vídeos, mas ele não é um cara de tecnologia. Eu também não sou uma pessoa de tecnologia, né? Vou falar isso para ele. Eu até gosto de manter o meu canal um pouco amador, um pouco de, né, para ter aquele toque de YouTube, né? Para mim, se você é muito profissional, parece que sai um pouco do YouTube. Do you know what I think about it, Chad? I like the kind of like, you know, that slight amateur side of it because it looks like YouTube, looks like a person, not a brand or you know, it's not human made. Do you know what I mean?
It doesn't look like an infomercial.
Yeah. I like that human touch. I like that people know you have an amateur camera, good quality though. But I mean, like, okay, that's someone simple and humble behind that thing, and you know,
yeah,
I like that touch. I don't like too kind of like a studio, like, you know.
So what does Mauro? I can't pronounce the last name. Say
Mauro Figueiredo.
So
Mark and Chad, what cheap fragrances would you choose for life? One for each occasion. Oh, what cheap fragrance would you choose for life? One for each occasion. He got me now.
Ferrari Radiant Bergamot has got to make the list. It's a toss-up between these two. Bright Neroli and Radiant Bergamot.
Bright Neroli e Radiant Bergamot. Então, essas duas vão...
Something for the cold.
I'm not sure if I have them here. Yeah.
Cold Canadian winter. This is Dunhill Pursuit.
Dunhill Pursuit.
This is amber, incense, and I forget what else. Cinnamon.
Amber, incense, e canela. Dunhill Pursuit. Okay.
Also, we share this one together.
We share this one together, yeah. That's cool. I really enjoy this one. I think this is so tropical, you know, like this is so good for Brazil because it's so.
Oh yeah, for Brazil, yeah.
I love it because it's fruity, it's tropical, it's fresh, it's aquatic.
This one never gets any mention because it's a limited release. It's Lazaro Chrome Summer 2012.
2012.
It's actually, you can get these online.
Is it a sharp and metallic like the? Is it a sharp and metallic like the original one?
No, not at all.
Ele me mostrou o Summer 2012, né? Eu perguntei se é tão afiada e tão metálica quanto o original. Ele falou que não. I would have to go, let's say, for like nighttime, like a suit and tie wear. I'd go for Bentley for Men Intense.
Yeah.
I really enjoy. I think this is one of the best, cheapest of all times. This is an amazing fragrance. Really enjoy. Cinnamon, woods. It's such a good fragrance, and I love the Bentley line because they just have such a good fragrances. Beautiful. And then I would have to go with this one as well, the Bentley for Men Absolute for the same occasions, for like a night wear. This is more like an incense. There's a lot of incense. There's a lot of smoke. It's really smoky, woodsy. It's a very woodsy, incensey, and smoky fragrance with a bit of sweetness. It's a gorgeous fragrance now, and it's so cheap for the quality. Performance is like insane as well. And freshies, I probably give it to, I'd say everyday life, you know, like you work, a fragrance to wear every day. It's a good office scent as well. Bois de Vetiver, really nice fragrance.
Jaguar Classic Motion.
Mm-hmm. I never tried it.
I think there's lavender, but there's definitely, it's heavy in mint.
Jaguar Classic Motion, né, que é bem pesada na menta.
And these are super economical. These are like $15 USD.
São muito baratas, né? Por volta de $15 americanos. Good quality, really nice juice. Yeah. Então, tá aí, Mauro Figueiredo, né? As fragrâncias que nós escolhemos para a vida toda. Talvez está faltando um fresh, né? Nautica Voyage, Mauro Figueiredo. Nautica Voyage também para o dia a dia. Okay, let's keep going. Is there anything you don't like in fragrances? What you don't like in fragrances? How does a fragrance has to be for you to hate it? Não, o que ele não gosta em fragrâncias? Como é que o perfume tem que ser para ele odiar esse perfume?
Oud, civet, and anything that's dirty like that.
Oud, civeta e tudo que é sujo dessa forma. Okay, so don't go for that one now. So forget about everything. Forget about everything I said.
More likely.
Yeah, because this is you know, not for you.
Então
ele não gosta de notas sujas, não gosta de oud, não gosta de civeta e tudo que tem essa vibe mais suja. And what does a fragrance has to have for you to love it? Então, o que a fragrância tem que ter para ele amar? What's your favorite things in fragrances?
Citruses for sure. I love cinnamon, cardamom.
I love cinnamon as well. Então ele ama canela, ama citrus, ama cardamomo.
Cinnamon, cardamom, citrus. Oh, coriander. Love coriander.
Ama coriander. Esqueci o que é o coriander. Coriander.
Mint's another one.
Ama menta. Coriander. Coriander. Eu acho que é o coentro. Coriander é o coentro, né? So you like kind of like green, slight herbal, freshies, like citruses, aquatics, more like an aromatic fragrances. Você gosta mais de aromáticos, de frescos, de aquáticos. You're not a big fan of orientals, like...
Some I do. I'm a big fan of Givenchy Gentleman Only. Absolute. Love that.
Gentleman Only, Absolute.
I'm looking at the collection right now. It's hard to come at the top of my head, right?
You like kind of safe fragrances, isn't it?
Yeah.
Você gosta de fragrâncias seguras. Você não gosta de go.
This is a great scent. Jaguar Classic Amber.
Jaguar Classic Amber.
It's a spicy Oriental. I really like that one. Creed Original Santal is one of my favorite scents. Or Mont Blanc Individual.
Ele gosta do Creed Original Santal, ele gosta do Mont Blanc Individual, é claro, porque parece muito com o Original Santal também.
Or here's a one that's forgotten. Marc Jacobs Bang.
Oh, I love that one. Pepper Bomb. Ele gosta do Bang do Marc Jacobs. Eu tô falando para ele uma bomba de pimenta.
And that's the white man spice, salt and pepper.
It's discontinued, isn't it? Like it's gone out of the market, yeah.
It's super expensive too.
Oh, it is right now. It's absolutely insane. I've seen a few bottles around online, but né, ele tá falando que ele gosta muito do Marc Jacobs Bomb. Eu falei para ele, pois é, já foi descontinuado e que eu tava procurando online que, né, o preço, né? E é incrível como o preço dessas fragrâncias vai assim, né? tão alto, né? Pouco tempo depois. I was telling my subscribers how insane it is when a fragrance gets discontinued, how crazy it gets price-wise. And I was talking about this in a video about a fragrance. I don't have it with me right now. Eu estava falando sobre isso, de uma fragrância, não tenho aqui comigo. Back then, the fragrance was already discontinued. Um tempo atrás, a fragrância já estava descontinuada. But they had a lot of backup, so the price was still low. Mas eles tinham vários frascos ainda para vender, por isso o preço ainda estava baixo. I'm talking about Midnight in Paris. That fragrance, yeah, even though it got discontinued, it was still cheap for a long time. And people even like, okay, is it really discontinued? Because it's still cheap. Né? E mesmo depois que o Midnight in Paris foi descontinuado, ainda continuou barato, And I even said it in one of my videos, eu acabei falando também nos meus vídeos, que ela estava barata, né, porque eles ainda não tinham backup, né? I even said in my videos because it was still cheap, because they still have backup. But once they ran out of the backups, the prices are skyrocketing right now.
It's kind of
vez que acabou o backup, os preços estão lá em cima. Signature, what's that?
Canal Night.
What's the brand?
Canal.
Canali. All right. I don't know this brand.
It's an Italian brand. They only do men's. They only do men's wear. Like men, they only cater to men. They have nothing to do with women.
Right.
But this is quite expensive online. I bought this before it was discontinued.
All right. Yeah. I have quite a few as well. Não, ele está falando exatamente a mesma coisa. Essa marca Canali, que é uma marca italiana, né, que hoje está super cara, simplesmente porque a fragrância foi descontinuada. Quando ele comprou era super barato, agora está super cara. E eu vou falar uma coisa para ele aqui também. É muito bacana, assim, a gente como colecionador, quando você compra uma fragrância e sem saber que essa fragrância já está descontinuada, e a pessoa também que te vende, ou a loja que te vende, também não sabe que a fragrância está descontinuada, e você compra por um ótimo preço. Aí quando você chega em casa e vai pesquisar sobre a fragrância, você descobre que a fragrância está caríssima e você comprou a fragrância por uma barganha. The funny thing now, Chad, is it happened to me a lot, especially because I know a place here near where I live. Né? Estou falando para ele que isso acontece comigo muitas vezes mesmo, especialmente porque eu tenho um lugar que eu normalmente vou comprar as fragrâncias, and usually the fragrances are already discontinued, but I don't know why it ends up in that place. And I sometimes buy fragrances without knowing, complete blind buy. E algumas vezes eu compro a fragrância sem saber de nada, né? Comprando no escuro completamente. And when I get home, I go to fragrance, I do a research about the fragrance. E quando eu chego em casa no fragrante, que faço uma pesquisa sobre a fragrância, I was like, what? I find out that the fragrance was long discontinued and I absolutely bought it for a bargain.
Oh, okay.
O perfume já foi descontinuado há muito tempo, eu comprei por uma absoluta barganha, né? Sometimes it happened to me. I paid 23 euro in a fragrance. When I got home doing a research, the cheapest price I found around was something around $250.
I was looking to answer Renato Campos's comment about Maple Leaf. There are a number of fragrances, but a lot of them are unisex, and a lot of them I've never heard of. But like, so there.
Muitas são unissex. Algumas eles nunca ouviu falar ainda.
But there are a few Bond No. 9 fragrances that have the note, such as Montauk, Andy Warhol Montauk. I'm looking, but a lot of these fragrances I've never heard of before.
Fragrâncias ele nunca ouviu falar antes. A maioria dessas fragrâncias ele nunca ouviu falar antes. Do you consider yourself, Chad, a niche guy or a designer guy or a celebrity guy or whatever? You just, whatever is good, you take it.
Well, I am one of the biggest players in this fragrance game, so I'm definitely a celebrity with designer tastes.
Ele falou que ele é uma celebridade, mas ele falando no tom de piada, né? Eu perguntei se ele gosta de nicho, de design de celebridade. Ele falou, não, assim, eu sou uma celebridade. Yeah. But you're a celebrity, of course, we know that.
No, not really. You know what? I hate that. Like when people say that, like that you're an influencer. I don't like that.
And it's so easy to get your feet off the ground if you own a channel. Eu tô falando para ele que é tão fácil você tirar o pé do chão, você, né, ser um absoluto babaca, né? Se você não observar isso, né? I mean, it's easy to be actually a douchebag. Like if you just because you have a channel, you know, some people can, you know, lose the grasp of reality and think they're actually celebrities, né? Eu tô falando, só porque você tem um canal, muitas vezes as pessoas perdem a noção da realidade e se acham importantes, especially on YouTube, Chad, because just like I said, my daughter can open a channel on YouTube and she can just post whatever and get thousands of views, and you know, like, I mean, she's more special than. Have you come across this, or you think that? Yeah.
Most of the guys are actually really good. There are some guys who may have a bigger head than others, but for me, if they do have that like superstar attitude, I more than likely don't notice it just because they're my friends, and I'll still call out.
Yeah.
And I'll call.
Essas pessoas, por exemplo, pode ser que até que alguns tenham uma cabeça maior que os outros, no sentido de se achar mais importante que os outros, mas eles não passam essa impressão para ele porque são amigos deles de qualquer forma, né?
And if they do have that attitude, I'll call them out on it.
E se ele notar que alguém tem essa atitude de se achar melhor do que os outros, ou se achar, ele com certeza vai chamar. But I think that we don't see that much on the international community.
Well, I think Fabio from down there, he might be a bit of a superstar. So.
Eu tava fazendo uma brincadeira aqui com o Fábio Condé. Brincadeira, viu, Fábio? Ele tá falando, eu acho que o Fábio deve ser uma estrelinha aí, mas é uma brincadeira. Do you know that Fabio and I were talking about a subject for around 5 hours straight? There was myself, Fabio, Fernando Camargo, it's another reviewer, and Cassiano Silva, it's a blogger, it's a very well-known blogger in Brazil. Okay. We were talking about gender in perfumery for over 5 hours in a row. It was insane.
That would drive me nuts. I saw the length. I'm like, I can't talk about fragrances for more than like an hour for the most part.
Eu tava falando para ele aqui que o Fábio Condel, né, o Fernando Camargo e o Cassiano, a gente tava falando sobre fragrâncias, né, sobre o gênero na perfumaria por 5 horas seguidas. Ele falou, eu não consigo. Né? Falando nisso, ele tem realmente um compromisso, né? I'm talking about your commitment there. He has a commitment, so he has something to do. So the max he can stay with us.
No, I could stay another 50 minutes. So it's now 10 after 6. I could stay till 7 o'clock, but after that I kind of have to go.
Yeah. Ele pode ficar então até às 7 horas, mas depois disso ele tem que ir. Okay, let's go to another tip. You still have the tip is there to bring to the Brazilian community?
This is a brand that never gets any mention, but you may have come across them since you're living in Europe. You ever heard of Trussardi?
Trussardi, yeah, of course. Ele vai trazer o perfume da casa de Trussardi. Yeah.
A way for him.
That's an unusual one. I know a lot of Trussardis, but I've never seen this one. Né? Esse é bem fora do radar, porque eu conheço muitos Trussardis, mas eu não conheço essa aí que ele está mostrando.
It's apple, sea notes, or aquatic notes, and vanilla.
Notas aquáticas e baunilha. Oh, nice combination.
So,
and what it smells like?
This is for the young guys.
Isso aí é para juventude, né? Para a turminha mais nova. Okay, I'm gonna bring my cheap as well. And this one has to be an old school one. I really like my old schools, and you can get this really, really cheap here in Ireland. Então, eu vou trazer uma fragrância bem old school, que eu gosto, né, que é a minha marca registrada, e esse perfume você consegue ele muito, mas muito barato mesmo aqui na Irlanda. I got this fragrance for 24 euro. You can get this for 24 euro, and I'm talking about Versace, the Dreamer.
No,
just love. It's not for you, no.
Oh,
I just love this so much. Não é para ele não gosta, né? Mas eu amo muito essa fragrância, né? Especially the dry down. The dry down, I think, is so beautiful. E uma coisa interessante que aconteceu comigo, assim, por mais que eu tenha essa fragrância que amo, né? Como você pode ver, uma das fragrâncias que eu uso, né? Para quem tem uma coleção do tamanho da minha, muita gente pode pensar que isso não é nada, né? I'm just showing them that for who owns or who has a collection the size of mine, this is a lot of jewels right there that I'm wearing, because, like, I mean, I own it's pretty much almost like I'll probably reach 500 bottles. And to make this dent, yeah.
And the wife hasn't kicked you out yet for 500 bottles?
Yeah, but but it's getting there. I can see the cup getting full, you know. It's gonna overflow soon. Ele tá falando aqui, sua esposa ainda não te chutou, não? Eu falei, o copo tá enchendo e eu acho que se eu não parar um pouquinho. But the good thing about this fragrance is, like, a friend of mine was wearing this fragrance. And it's funny when you sniff a fragrance of someone else, because I know the smell of this fragrance on my skin. Né? Eu tô falando para ele que é interessante quando você sente o cheiro de perfume que você é acostumado a usar na pele de outras pessoas. Né? Eu conheço o cheiro desse perfume na minha pele. But one day I got the scent of this fragrance out of a friend of mine, and it was completely different than on my skin. E era completamente diferente na minha pele. It was so different that I asked him what fragrance he was wearing. And this is a very unique fragrance. You don't see, a lot of copycats of this fragrance here.
It's all about skin chemistry.
Yes. Ele tá falando realmente isso, a química da pele. E foi tão interessante. I asked him, eu perguntei para ele, what fragrance you wearing? Que perfume você tá usando? Ele falou, I'm wearing Versace, the Dreamer. And then I said, what? I know this fragrance very well, but I mean, it smells like a dream on your skin. Eu falei para ele, eu conheço a fragrância muito bem, mas na sua pele ela tá perfeita. And then I fell in love again with this fragrance when I got the scent of a friend of mine.
Okay. Hey, I want to ask a question for Nelson Murillo,
yeah.
He's from Toronto. What part of Etobicoke do you live in? Do you live in close to Sherway Gardens?
Got that, Nelson? I'm trying to find the question here.
It's almost at the bottom. No. I recognize the name. So I'm just asking. That's all.
Então, Nelson Murillo, está te perguntando onde que você mora aí em Toronto.
It's Etobicoke, but is it close to Sherway Gardens?
É perto de... Is it close to where?
Sherway Gardens.
Sherway Garden, Nelson Murillo. Yeah, let's let Nelson Murillo to choose, to answer. And Chad, what would be your favorite fragrance of all time? If you have to keep one for life.
That's really hard.
Eu pergunto qual seria o perfume dele para a vida inteira, se tiver que manter uma para a vida inteira.
Toss up between like 3 or 4 of them, right? But like Ferrari Radiant Bergamot, I just love the nutmeg and the citruses in this one.
Ele ama noz moscada e os cítricos.
This is just really nice. This is not a cheapie, but this kind of brings me like I would love to go to Brazil, but I just can't manage the heat. But this does remind me of my times to like Miami or Hawaii. So
Ele gosta do Still Life in Rio, porque there you go, Nelson answering. Então, Still Life in Rio and Radiant Bergamot.
But if I had to choose one, it's not a cheapie though. It would be Creed Millesime Imperial.
Ok, então se ele tiver que escolher um perfume para a vida inteira, seria o Creed Millesime Imperial. Então essa
sorry. Silver Mountain. I love Millesime Imperial, but it's Silver Mountain Water. That's the one.
Really? Yeah. Silver Mountain Water. Yeah.
My wife gave me that for the wedding.
Yeah. So you have something going on there. It's not only the smell itself, but there is some.
the memory, it's the sentiment, and it's also if I ever get rid of it, she's gonna kick my ass.
Então, porque a esposa dele deu para ele, então tem o sentimento, tem a memória, então tem tudo no Silver Mountain Water.
And if I
nearby. Yeah. I don't know. That's to me. It's probably a cliche, you know. I'm gonna be very cliche answering in that. Yeah, that's cliche.
It was a guess.
Yeah, but you know that even though before the hype, I mean, like I just love it, and it's so easy to wear, and it's so. It could be casual. It could be very sophisticated. It could be either nightclub. You know, you can wear it everywhere, any weather, any occasion, anything. If I would have one fragrance for life, I would pick one that I can wear everywhere. That I could do anything with it. You know,
this for me just doesn't work on my skin.
Yeah, I can see why, because it's kind of aggressive. It's too sharp. You know, it's too grassy and.
But people will say that you have to try the different batches.
Yeah. I love my batch. I really do. It's fruity and smoky. I have a balance. It's not too much fruity. It's not too smoky. But I get the best of both worlds. Just simple like that.
And for Nelson, I know exactly where Cloverdale Mall is.
Para Nelson, ele sabe muito bem onde Cloverdale Mall is. Então ele sabe onde é, Nelson. Então, se você deve dinheiro para ele, você pode correr. So if he owns you some money, he better get the heck out of there as soon as he can.
You know what? If I meet Nelson, then he could post a picture of us on your group.
Nice. Então, Nelson, tá aí o convite. Is it an invite? Are you inviting him to?
Well, you know what? I don't meet up with a lot of people from the Toronto scene just because I don't get along with a lot of the people, to be honest. a lot of people don't see the stuff that goes on when the camera's not rolling.
I know.
So like to answer your question earlier, like, you know, does some people have like a bigger, like, think they're bigger names than others? Yes and no, but it's just like there's a lot of gossip. There's a lot of politics.
Ele tá voltando aquela coisa que eu falei, que a gente estava brincando, né? O Nelson mora perto dele, o Nelson Murilo. E ele está falando, por que não a gente não se encontra? Posso enviar algumas fotos de nós dois e tal. Aí ele está voltando, né? Eu falei, você está convidando o Nelson, então? Ele falou, né? Sim, mas eu não me dou muito bem com muitas pessoas, porque algumas pessoas realmente têm a cabeça muito grande. Voltando naquilo ali, algumas pessoas se acham muito melhores do que os outros nesse game de perfumes. Yeah.
Like, I don't like the gossip. I'll admit that sometimes I do gossip when I shouldn't. But
ele não gosta de ficar fofocando, e às vezes ele faz também, ele é ser humano, mas ele não deveria.
I'm tired of the crap, though, because like even some of your friends that, you know, like amigos behind the camera, right?
Gostam de ficar falando, né, fofocando, né, por trás do. I think that happens everywhere. I would be surprised if that wouldn't happen there. Né, eu tô falando para ele que eu acho que isso acontece em tudo, em todos os lugares. Eu ficaria muito surpreso se isso não acontecesse na comunidade internacional de reviewers, né, de resenhistas. Eu sei que isso acontece. Yeah, I know that happens, and I would really be surprised if that wouldn't happen. Tem muita competição, Chad, onde você acha que existe competição, que os resenhistas querem ter, quer ter mais, né, visualizações que o outro, mais inscritos que o outro. Is there a lot of competition among the reviewers, Chad? Does it happen like one wants to have more views, more subscribers than the others, and they push it, no matter what?
I think that with some guys, yes, but I think that a lot of the guys it's a friendly competition.
Para alguns sim, mas para a maioria seria uma competição amigável.
But like you won't have, like, and this is just from my experience, you generally won't have someone who is jealous of another person. There are some exceptions,
Tem algumas exceções, né? Mas normalmente não tem uma pessoa que é muito ciumenta sobre uma outra pessoa.
But most people, they'll have like a little friendly rivalry amongst one another.
Mas a maioria das pessoas não teria problema com isso, né? Então é uma rivalidade amigável, né?
And to answer Santiago's question, yeah, I really, really do like that one. I don't have it, but it smells incredibly good. It's one of the freshest fragrances out there. Oh, okay. Let's go to our next one, but this one does smell a lot like Versace Put On, and it's cheap.
Ok, ele vai para a próxima indicação de perfumes baratos, mas ele diz que o cheiro é bem parecido com o cheiro do Versace Put On. What's your pick?
Zippo Mythos.
That is very different as well. Zippo Mythos.
Zippo is a lighter company, but this one is very close to Versace Put On, but it has a more of a white floral touch in the background.
Wow.
And it's cheaper.
Então, é uma fragrância que... Is it a clone?
No.
Can you say? Não é um clone do Versace Pour Homme, mas tem um cheiro bem parecido com o Versace Pour Homme. E é bem mais barato que o Versace Pour Homme. So it could be a good substitute. Usually people that like Versace Pour Homme would like that one as well.
And it's $15 USD.
$15. E se você gosta do Versace Pour Homme, você vai gostar dessa fragrância também.
On fragrancenet.com is the only place I've seen it for that price.
Fragrancenet.com. Então, é o único lugar onde ele achou esse perfume. Boa noite, Matheus Ramos. Que ele achou esse perfume desse preço é no fragrancenet.com, $15. $15 is really damn cheap. Então, $15 é realmente muito, muito barato.
And I just released a video of this earlier in the week.
Yeah. Oh, so you have the video about that fragrance?
Yeah, I just released it.
Santiago. Então, ele já soltou o vídeo falando sobre essa fragrância. Uma coisa que eu quero falar para vocês, se vocês realmente gostam de fragrâncias, logicamente, você tem que falar inglês, né? So, if you really like fragrances, e se você realmente gosta de resenhas direto ao ponto, and if you do like straight to the point reviews, if you do like honest reviews, se você gosta de resenhas honestas, if you like cheapies, if you like fresh, se você gosta de perfumes baratos, se você gosta de perfumes frescos, né, Chad is a great channel to subscribe because I've done that and I had good few fragrances that I bought because of him. Então, o Chad é realmente um canal fácil, né, porque assim, os perfumes dele, em primeiro lugar, são perfumes baratos. So, he loves reviewing cheapies, the cheap fragrances.
So, Alessandro's asking about Noble Fig. That's how much I use.
There you go. What do you say about Noble Fig? I love it, and I also guess it's really cheap frag. Yeah, it's really cheap. Yeah. Isn't it? How cheap it is, Noble Fig? How much do you pay for yours?
I paid about $35 Canadian. Oh, wait. Probably $40 Canadian, so that's like $30 American.
Ele pagou por volta de $30 americanos, né? I can get it cheaper around here.
Not surprised.
But I'm telling you, $30 is still very cheap for the quality. That's an amazing juice.
And they are starting to discontinue the Ferraris, from what I'm told.
I've heard of that. Yeah. Então ele tá falando que all of them, it's going to be eventually discontinued, or?
This is hard to come by.
Okay, essa é difícil de achar.
This is getting harder. That's one.
Is that the vetiver one, yeah?
No, that's the leather essence.
Okay, o leather essence tá ficando difícil de achar.
Silver essence.
Silver essence, I own that one. I own the silver essence and also that one. I love this one so much. I really do.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't have.
I love this one. Yeah, it's oud, saffron, and loads of powder. It's really powdery. Né? Oud, açafrão e muito talco. Bem atalcado mesmo. Love it. Love. Performance is like crazy. If I apply now, it goes for days. It's insane, this fragrance. Se eu aplicar agora, ela vai por dias, né? Amo o Oud Essence. And I also own another one as well. Oh, okay, actually, it's here. I love this one as well. That's the silver.
Yeah,
I really do.
See, that one's discontinued now, so it's harder to find.
Ok. Oh, lucky me. Não, então, Silver Essence está descontinuada, né, segundo ele. Essa aqui já saiu do radar já. Não. I get a bit of a kind of old school vibe with this one. It's kind of maybe because of the nutmeg. To me, it's a nutmeg bomb.
But this, like the coconut, makes it really intriguing.
Yeah, it does. It does. Tô falando para ele que essa aqui, eu gosto dela porque ela tem uma vibe bem old school.
This one has coconut as well. Guess 1981 Indigo for men. Mine just has a hole in the sticker, so.
Yeah. Guess is a house that a few of them. Some of them are just very kind of ordinary, nothing, but some of them are yeah.
Yeah, this one is fragrances that really stand out.
Okay, what's the name again?
Guess 1981 Indigo.
Okay, Guess 1981 Indigo.
Yeah, the brand I find is more for the younger people though.
Yeah, Guess is for the younger people. Yeah, it's an inexpensive brand, but really good. We go for another one. I think we have a few more ones to go, isn't it? You still have a few cheapest to show there?
Yep, I got a few.
Okay. So I just showed Bois de Vetiver. This is a really nice frag. It got a bit hyped by the community a while ago. Então, essa é uma ótima fragrância. Foi um pouco hypada pela comunidade há um tempo atrás. I think who found this frag was, I forgot his name. It's from Europe, actually. I forgot. Scentland.
Oh, Chris.
Scentland, the land of scent. All right.
He got me into the Trussardi brand.
Ele, o Scentland apresentou para ele também o Trussardi, né, e o Guess Indigo. And I believe he was the first one to talk about this fragrance. Então, eu acredito que o Chris, do Scentland, foi o primeiro a falar dessa fragrância. And it's so nice. It's like a orange and vetiver. It kind of reminds a little bit Terre d'Hermès, but I'd say this one is a bit more floral. Lembra um pouquinho Terre d'Hermès, mas eu diria que essa aqui é um pouco mais floral. Really nice for the price. You can't go wrong. So what is your pick there?
Okay, well, so Santiago says I have a tropical style. So we're going to go with Moschino Forever Sailing.
Oh, yeah. I tried this one.
But this is not a tropical scent, just the name itself.
Yeah. Então, ele fala que não é uma fragrância tropical, é só o nome. Okay, that's another question here. I think that's for me now. Mark, good evening. What do you think of Men in Black? Armani. I love. I think Men in Black is Bulgari, actually.
It is.
It's Bulgari. I just love Men in Black. I have a review on my channel. So just check it out. I love this fragrance. And I talked about, I talked a lot about Bulgari Men in Black on my channel. I have a full review. Então, Manuel, eu tenho uma resenha completa do Men in Black. Só dá uma olhada no meu canal. Com certeza você vai ver.
So Christina was asking about a good unisex fragrance.
Exactly, yeah.
Ferrari Noble is a good one.
Ele vai pegar uma fragrância unissex para você.
I'm looking here.
Então vamos ver o que o Chad traz de fragrância unissex para Cristiana.
Does it have to be a cheapie, or can it be one? Can she spend money though?
Cristiana, ele quer saber se tem que ser uma fragrância barata ou pode ser uma que você vai gastar um pouquinho mais. But I'm guessing, unisex. So whatever you think.
Okay, I'm just looking through the collection here. 1 second.
No bother. Então ele está procurando a fragrância para Cristina. Se vocês tiverem algumas perguntas para fazer para o Chad do canal A Gentleman's Journey, pode colocar aí as perguntas que com certeza ele vai responder.
Okay, beleza? So I have 3 here. So one's a cheapie, Ferrari Bright Neroli. Okay.
Yeah. Ferrari Bright Neroli, que é bem unissex para ele, é barata.
Guerlain Eau Imperial, Eau de Imperial.
Eau de Cologne Imperial.
This is only 2 hours. The longevity is only 2 hours.
Então, vai durar 2 horas na sua pele, mas é uma ótima.
But if she wants a good Guerlain fragrance, Pampelune.
Se você quer realmente uma boa Guerlain, um perfume de Guerlain, Aqua Allegoria.
Okay.
Pampelune.
And then if she wants to spend a little bit of money,
e se você quiser gastar um pouquinho,
Ferragamo Vendimia.
Ferragamo Vendimia.
Peach, fig leaf, citron,
pêssego, folha de figo. What else? Fig leaf, what else?
Fig leaf, peach.
Peach, yeah.
I think there's some yuzu in here. Let me look it up.
Talvez um yuzu lá. Ele só vai dar uma olhada.
Hold on.
Então tá aí.
Give me a second here.
Someone said you had a tropical style.
Yeah, the Santiago. Okay, so the Ferragamo Vendimia, it's sandalwood, fig leaf, citron, tonka bean, jasmine, and peach.
Então, fava tonka, jasmim e pêssego. Oh, the notes breakdown are amazing.
That's if she wants to spend a little bit of money, though.
Mas isso aí é se você quiser gastar um pouco mais, né?
Let me get a few more.
Eliezer Alves wants to know if you like Aqua di Gio. Do you like Aqua di Gio? I think it's very hard not to like Aqua di Gio, isn't it? Eu tô falando para ele aqui, Eliezer. Eu acho que é muito difícil você não gostar do Aqua di Gio, porque o que não gostar sobre o Aqua di Gio, né? Do you like Aqua di Gio, Chad?
I do. I never had it, but my dad did. Okay. I think
there's not to like about Aqua di Gio. It's a safe fragrance. It's easy to wear. It's fresh.
So for Christiana, or is it Christiana, or I don't know.
Yeah, Christiana Salvia. Yeah.
I'm not good with Portuguese, so please forgive me. So if she wants to spend, if she has money to spend, Bond number 9, Manhattan. It's fruity.
Manhattan.
It's got chocolate. It's got some floral.
Chocolate, florais.
It's a little heavy. This one is marketed as women, but men could wear it easily. And it's very. This one doesn't got a lot of mention from people at all.
As pessoas não mencionam muito ele, é bem fora do radar isso aí.
Highline.
Highline.
It's It's grass, hyacinth, so like a white floral with grass.
É tipo floral branco com grama. Então tem essa vibe de grama fresca.
And one of the most underrated fragrances in our community, Creed Asian Green Tea.
Asian Green Tea. Então, uma das fragrâncias mais underrated, mais...
And if she gets these online, these are very affordable when it comes to niche.
Então, se você pedir esses perfumes online, eles são muito baratas, né? Comparando com os preços de nicho, dos perfumes de nicho.
110 to 130 USD max.
110 a 113 dólares máximo, né? Você compra essas fragrâncias, which, like for Bond number 9 and for Creed, it's pretty much a steal, isn't it?
Yes, but this is for
Bond number 9 realmente é muito barato. Você não compra Creed de 130 dólares, então realmente está um bom preço.
Line doesn't get a lot of mention from the Creed line.
Ninguém fala dessas fragrâncias, né? Então, Nice. Okay, someone is saying here, I would like some suggestions with tobacco, vanilla, with slightly sweet, oriental, and also cheapy. So he wants some cheapies with tobacco, vanilla, sweet, spicy, oriental.
That might be more your forte.
Yeah, I would go for this one. That's a cheapy with a spicy oriental. This is a very oriental fragrance. You know, if you like spicy, this is very spicy. It has a lot of cinnamon in this one. É muito especial. Tem muita canela. É bem oriental. Tem muito incenso. É boozy. Tem rum. Excelente fragrance. Então, essa aqui seria o perfume que você está procurando.
Yeah. Sorry for interrupting. And one more for Christiana. This is a men's fragrance, but I find that the women can wear it quite easily. It's Calvin Klein.
Oh, yeah, true.
CK Into You. It's
mais uma vez, Christiana, para você, CK Into You, que é uma fragrância que tem um marketing voltado para o mercado masculino, mas
it's chocolate and it's vegetables.
Chocolate e vegetais. Então, né, esse aqui é o perfume que ele indicou para você. Okay, let's go for another round of cheapy if you have it there. I would recommend, and highly recommend Zara Vibrant Leather Oud. Zara House. Don't mind the oud on this one. The oud on this one is non-existent.
No, for me, it's just the brand.
Yeah. Então ele não gosta. But did you try this one?
No, I'm just not a fan of the Zara brand.
Ele não é muito fã da Zara. Ele não testou a fragrância, mas ele não é muito fã da Zara.
Okay.
This is one of the few Zara fragrances that I really, really enjoy. It's called Vibrant Leather Oud. The good thing about this fragrance, né, o bom desse perfume é que você pode usar ele toda e qualquer ocasião. Pode usar ele no inverno, no verão, no outono. E mesmo para quem não gosta de oud, né, even though if you don't like oud, it's just on the name. The oud is very, very tame on this one. Your call.
Okay, well, I got two. Is that actually? Well, how many more are we gonna do?
I'd say another. I have another two here.
Okay, all right.
I have another two.
This was my scent of the day earlier. Penguin.
Okay,
this will do exceptionally well in the hot Brazilian heat.
Vai cair muito bem no clima brasileiro quente. I have seen a lot of, especially online when I'm browsing around looking for fragrances.
As of late.
Eu tô falando para ele aqui que eu vejo muitas fragrâncias da Penguin, né, dessa marca que ele falou quando eu tô passando, mas eu nunca tive curiosidade porque eu nunca imagino que são boas fragrâncias. When I'm browsing around, like just checking around the new fragrance and stuff like that, I come across a lot of Penguin fragrances, and I always think, are they any good at all? I'm always afraid to buy them. So, would you recommend, Chad?
Well, I have two. I got the original, and then I got Iconic Blend. So, the original I bought 2 weeks ago, and it's still in the box in cellophane. I haven't opened it up yet.
Yeah. So
I don't know what it smells like, but this one has been getting a lot of mention in the community, and I think it's really worth the money.
Ele está falando que essa tem muita atenção na comunidade, muita gente está falando desse perfume, né? E ele acha que vale a pena. What's the name again, Chad? Of that one? Penguin.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
Iconic Blend. Iconic Blend. You know what? You're gonna make me try Penguin fragrances now, because I always just browse around and should I get one to try? Should I get one at least to know what's all about? Mas porque você falou, eu vou comprar. Just because you mentioned, I'm gonna. I have a fragrance here that I bought this one exclusively because you mentioned it, and you mentioned it a lot. You actually hyped this one. Estou falando aqui para ele que eu tenho uma fragrância aqui que eu comprei única e exclusivamente porque ele mencionou e ele hypou ela. No, not this one. I think it's from your older videos. né? Eu tô falando para ele que é dos vídeos mais antigos. All right. I give you 2 chances. Eu vou dar 2 chances para ele tentar descobrir, mas eu tô com um perfume aqui que eu vou mostrar para ele que eu comprei única e exclusivamente por causa, né, dos vídeos dele, que eu assistia muitos vídeos dele antes mesmo até de eu me tornar, né, um resenhista, de eu trazer vídeos, né? E eu tô com esse perfume aqui, de alguns vídeos antigos dele. There you go, boy. Chad, you used to love this fragrance back then. You used to talk a lot of.
I still do. And Jeremy bought it off my review as well. He told me in person.
Wow. Aí, eu perguntei para ele, né? Que ele falava muito. Não sei se vocês lembram. Quem assiste os vídeos do Chad, os vídeos da antiga, você vai ver o Chad mencionando Salvatore Ferragamo, F. Black, sempre nos vídeos dele. Ele é apaixonado por esse perfume. E eu comprei esse perfume por causa dele. I'm explaining them like that. He used to talk a lot about this fragrance, and it's funny because I'm talking to you about the same fragrance, and I actually bought this fragrance because of you, and I'm happy I did because I just love it. I love cardamom, love it.
Can I give a recommendation for your audience? Okay, so I heard that Acqua di Gio, okay, anything Armani is very expensive in Brazil.
Yeah. Tudo que Armani faz é muito. Tá falando daquela pergunta do Acqua di Gio. Tudo que Armani faz é muito caro.
Okay, né? So if they want something that's close to Armani code without the price tag.
Próximo do Armani code com preço certo, Zegna Intenso. Yes, I actually recommended this one. I own this one as well, and
Zegna's Forte.
Oh, Zegna. Is this one also close to Armani code?
But it goes along the code line, but it has the note of honey.
Oh, wow, I love honey. Então, ele está recomendando uma que eu sempre recomendo no meu canal, né, que eu sempre comparo com a Armani Code. Even though the Zegna Intenso, it made my last top 10 summer fragrances. So the Zegna Intenso was actually on my top 10. It was actually number 10.
25-30 USD.
Exactly. It's a steal. It's a steal for such a good fragrances. I didn't know the Forte, though. Eu estou falando para ele que é muito barato. Eu não conhecia a Zegna Forte, né? Com certeza eu tenho o Zegna Intenso.
What did Christina say? Vous me escrevez no canal. Canaldo.
That means she's going to subscribe on your channel.
Okay.
She's saying she's going to subscribe on your channel.
How do you say thank you in Portuguese?
Yeah. Obrigado.
Obrigado. Obrigado.
Obrigado. Yeah. Like I said, if you understand a bit of English, or even though if you want to practice English, se você entende o inglês, ou até mesmo se você quer praticar o inglês, né? Chad is a good option because you're gonna see a lot of cheapies, and I know we like a lot of cheapies, you know? E vocês vão ver perfumes baratos. Essa é uma referência do canal do Chad. Ele gosta de trazer perfumes baratos, trazer perfumes que estão dentro da realidade das pessoas. Um pouco como eu também, né? Eu não gosto de... Não é que eu não gosto, às vezes eu não tenho condição de ficar comprando perfumes muito caros, né? E sempre sendo que né, o meu negócio na perfumaria é filtrar.
I should learn how to speak Portuguese because I lived in Brampton.
You should.
I live in Brampton, which is just north of here, and it has one of the largest Portuguese communities in all of the Toronto area.
Ele mora perto do Brampton, you said, is it? Brampton, né, que é um lugar que é perto dele, que tem uma das maiores comunidades de pessoas que falam português. Então, ele está falando que ele realmente deveria aprender.
And I don't mean to offend or insult, but what I don't like about Brazil or Portugal is
ele não quer ofender ou insultar, mas o que ele não gosta sobre o Brasil ou Portugal
is during soccer season, FIFA World Cup.
É sobre o futebol, da Copa do Mundo. Ele detesta.
Beep, 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 beep. Waving the flags.
Balançando a bandeira e bagunça, né, tocando a buzina. It's pretty much like that, man. It's insane. It's insane.
So if it was the FIFA Cup and it was like one of the Portuguese, like whether it's Portugal or Brazil, I would hear that at 2:00 in the morning.
Então, se tem uma Copa do Mundo e não importa se é os portugueses ou Brasil, é buzina, é gritaria, everything in Brazil, it turns into samba. Everything is party, né? Brazilians are one of the craziest party people in the world. Like, you know what? Because we are just a happy people. Tá falando para que os brasileiros são muito de festa. Eu tô falando para que a gente é feliz, né?
And you guys
Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why is that. Brazil is probably not doing very good right now, but we're still happy. Né? Não me pergunta como o Brasil não está indo muito bem, mas a gente é feliz do mesmo jeito.
But you got some of the most beautiful women there too.
I agree with you. Né? Ele está falando que que nós brasileiros temos algumas das mulheres mais bonitas do mundo, né?
But I'm happily married.
Mas ele é casado. Ele é casado. E ele é feliz no casamento dele. Wow. Is it an Indian tradition or tu perguntar se é uma tradição indiana que ele foi casado?
Yeah.
Nice. So, does your wife cook Indian food for you from time to time?
Yeah, I had it for dinner.
I love Indian food. I love it, especially here in Ireland. It's huge. Indian food is huge in Ireland.
But with West, so okay, she's West Indian. So like West Indian food's a little bit different than Indian food itself.
Ela é do oeste da Índia, né? Que a comida é um pouco diferente do que a comida da Índia mesmo. I know a lot of Indians. There's a huge Indian community in Ireland. Huge. Yeah, really. There's a lot of communities in Ireland anyway.
Well, when we went to Ireland 3.5 years ago, we were in
Cork.
Well,
ele tá me falando que quando ele esteve aqui na Irlanda 3 anos atrás, né, ele veio para Cork.
Hold on.
Yeah. A gente conversou um pouco no telefone, ele falou para mim que já veio aqui na Irlanda e ele veio para Cork, né? Veio numa cidade muito linda que eu recomendo mesmo. Se você quer vir aqui na Irlanda para conhecer a beleza da Irlanda, então vem para essa região de Cork, que chama Killarney. Lindo.
County Cove.
I know Cove. It's Cogh.
Yes.
Cove.
And when we went
beautiful.
There was an Indian restaurant, and I was like, whoa.
Entrou lá e foi em Cove, tinha restaurante indiano lá, ele, wow.
So, because when we went there, we went to Killarney, the Rings of Kerry?
Rings of Kerry, yeah.
Which
is like very close to Killarney, where you were. So it's not too far at all.
And like, I saw like a Chinese person who lives there in Killarney. I'm like,
That's insane. Então ele assustou porque é uma parte da Irlanda assim muito isolada, assim, no sentido de que bem irlandesa, uma parte muito irlandesa da Irlanda. Ele viu um chinês, viu um restaurante indiano lá.
But where I'm originally from, like I'm not originally from Toronto. I'm originally
from Toronto, né?
A smaller community in Northern Ontario. So I'm originally from Sudbury. So Sudbury is not multicultural.
Sudbury.
There are some, like, we have some Brazilians there. We have some Chinese.
Eles têm alguns brasileiros, alguns chineses.
But there's not a lot of multiculturalism. And when I moved
here, multicultural, igual ele tá em Toronto. Yeah. But, talking about multicultural. Bem, então, falando desse multiculturalismo, aqui na Irlanda você não caminha, por exemplo, você anda um quarteirão, você ouviu 13 línguas no mínimo, 10 línguas no mínimo. So I'm telling the people that here in Ireland, if you walk a block, you're gonna hear at least 13, 12 different languages. It's insane like this. It's like we have loads of a massive Polish community. Então a gente tem uma comunidade gigantesca de poloneses. We have Indian community. We have Chinese community. We have Middle East community.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
We have it all here. It's insane. Galway, I mean, especially where I live, Galway, it's multicultural. Então, especialmente onde eu moro aqui em Galway, é multicultural.
What's the population there?
In the whole Ireland?
No, where you're at.
That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure. I should know that. Eu estava perguntando a população da minha região aqui, do condado de Galway, né? Eu devia saber, mas eu não sei. Ireland is something around 5 million. Então, toda a Irlanda é mais ou menos 5 milhões de pessoas. It's a small little island in the middle of Atlantic. Né? Então, é uma ilhinha pequena no meio do Atlântico.
I'm looking for some pictures of Ireland.
Yeah. It's a dot right beside England. Ele está procurando por fotos da Irlanda. Estou falando para ele que é um pontinho bem do lado da Inglaterra. Né? But it's a beautiful island. Mas é uma linda Irlanda.
So we were talking about reviewers before. So we got, oh, damn.
Okay. Ele vai mostrar os reviews.
Mr. Smelly.
Oh, Mr. Smelly.
So Smurfy Girl. And that guy right there is Greggy Boy.
Greggy Boy. I'm so happy you brought that up. I'm so happy you brought Greggy Boy up. Ele está me mostrando uma foto aqui, né, do Mr. Smelly. Então, quem é da comunidade conhece o Mr. Smelly. E a esposa dele, que também é reviewer. Do you know, I'm so happy you brought Greggy Boy, because he is one of my favorite reviewers of all times. Welcome to County Kerry. Oh, tirou essa foto, tirou aqui na Irlanda. Nice one. Do you know why? Because I think I love the way he does his reviews. It's so old school. He's so old-fashioned.
So this is a trip to London. So Greggy Boy's behind the bald guy in the black. So okay.
Yeah. Okay, do you know why I like Greggy Boy? Because he's a bit like me. Eu tô falando para ele que eu gosto do Greggy Boy porque o Greggy Boy é meio assim, meu estilo. It's like this. I do unboxing and first impression on my channel. Eu tô falando para ele que eu faço vídeo de unboxing, primeiras impressões, but I do it in a different way. I pretty much don't sniff the fragrance and come back later with my impressions.
Okay.
I do that on the spot. I just apply the fragrance and I pick the notes, and as the fragrance develops, I tell people what I'm feeling or what I'm getting, like on the spot without editing or anything, which I love. I think it challenges me.
Have you ever heard of the sentient man, Raj?
Raj, of course. Of course, yeah. Man, you know a lot of reviewers.
Oh, I met so many. Oh, you ever heard?
Ele tá me mostrando aqui as fotos dos reviews, ele com os reviews. Eu vou perguntar para ele, e como que ele conheceu tanta gente da comunidade? Quem é da comunidade sabe, cada um deles. And how did you get to know all of these people? Like,
I would just travel there. You heard of Coach Rob 619?
I do. I love him as well. I like him. Yeah. And the question is, so you contact them, listen, I'm going to your city, can we meet?
Yeah. Robes away.
Oh, Robes away, yeah. I love him. Who doesn't like them?
But yeah,
he is the prehistory of this history.
Yes.
Ele tá falando que ele é a pré-história dessa história, né? He is one of the first, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. O Robes away é dos primeiros na comunidade. That's the old school of the community. It's really cool that you have the photos with them.
I'm looking for more people here.
That's nice. I recently, because of you, became friends with Carlos.
Okay.
On Facebook.
Okay, so this guy here. No. This. Okay, so this guy here is the very first reviewer ever on YouTube.
Uau, ele tá mostrando o primeiro reviewer do YouTube. Primeiro. Antes dele não tinha.
And then this guy here, he's Brazilian.
Uau, brasileiro esse aí.
But this is Vancouver.
Em Vancouver.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. So it's nice that you have all of these records, Chad. Então é bom que ele tenha tudo isso, né, em...
Cubano?
I don't think he's liking it very much, né? Ele não tá gostando muito dessa parada que o Chad tá fazendo aí.
Carlos, Brooklyn Fragrance Lover in Cuba.
Carlos, yeah, it's very well known among Brazilians.
Al from Street Sense.
Yes. Oh, he's funny, man. I love him. I love him. Did you watch a review he was doing on Aventus and he got a random guy? Oh, that was funny as hell. He
Yes, I
got a
saw that.
random guy on the streets.
Me and Red
Oh,
last.
Steven, yeah. Steven. Really
So-
nice. He's a bearded man now.
Well, kind of, sort of.
Muito legal que ele tem, assim, né, fotos com
Ah,
todos esses reviews, né? Os maiores reviews, assim, né, ele tem. That only brings me a song in my mind right now. Brooklyn Fragrance Lover.
This would be Freddie Rivera. Freddie Frags.
Yeah. Yeah, you know all the good ones, man.
No, it's you know what? I like meeting up with a lot of the guys, though. It makes it fun.
Yeah, it's nice.
Like if I go to
This is all the community is all about.
and if I go to Ireland, I'll make sure to look you up.
Absolutely. That's my pleasure, man. That's my pleasure.
Yeah, see, Steven came over to my place last year.
Nice.
So you were mentioning those buildings.
Yeah. Né? O Chad me mostrou, né? Ele me deu uma panorâmica de onde ele está. Né? Ele está num lugar absolutamente incrível, incrível. Né? Muito legal. Okay. Last one, because I know you have a commitment.
No, it's okay. She said okay.
Oh, did she say okay? Okay. A esposa dele falou que tá ok, que ele pode continuar um pouquinho mais. But anyway, I want... Go on, yeah. Say that again.
I can't do an hour, maybe half an hour, and that's it.
Half an hour it is. Half an hour it is.
One second, my battery is getting low. I have to get the charger, okay?
Nice. Okay, go on then, while I show them this fragrance. Ok, o Chad aceitou ficar mais... Não é que ele aceitou, a esposa dele, né, liberou ele a ficar mais meia hora. Vamos ver se o Chad vai responder o Rodrigo aqui. Rodrigo Otávio, Chad, por favor, nos fale sobre as 5 fragrâncias masculinas de todos os tempos. Né? Vamos ver se ele vai responder. Né? Mas antes de mais nada, eu quero trazer... Eu vou até esperar o Chad voltar também, que eu quero mostrar esse perfume para ele. Né? E se a gente se encontrar, que a gente está prevendo se encontrar aí, eu vou levar esse perfume aqui para ele. This fragrance, Chad, is actually a Brazilian fragrance. It's for a Brazilian house. It actually changed. The bottle is not like this anymore, and it changed the name as well. I'm not 100% sure about the name anymore. Não, eu tô falando para ele que a fragrância mudou, o frasco mudou, mas para mim essa é a melhor da casa. But to me, this is the best from this house. It's absolutely insane. It's called Justice by the house of Kemi. I don't think it's called Kemi anymore. I think it's called... Quem sabe o nome da Kemi agora, que eu sei que ela mudou o nome. A Kemi não existe, ela mudou o nome para uma outra casa. Eu esqueci realmente. This is the clone of this fragrance right here. If you like leather, it's lovely. It's just insane. It's ombre leather. This is the clone. This is the clone of ombre leather. This is a Brazilian scent. And I'm yet to see a better clone than this one. Eu tô para ver um clone melhor do que esse aqui do ombre leather. Né? Então, assim, linda, linda, linda fragrância. It's called Justice. And it's one of the best ombre leather clones that I ever smelled. Então, é um dos melhores clones do ombre leather que eu já senti na minha vida. O Justice da Kemi, que agora chama Capo. Capo, yeah. Now it was called Kemi, but now it's called Capo. One more fragrance I want to show you guys. Mais uma fragrância que eu quero mostrar para vocês. Okay, go, Chad. What I want to guess again? Huh?
Sean John, 3 a.m.
Sean John, 3 a.m. Nice. That's kind of hyped, though. That's kind of hyped. I've seen people talking about it before.
This is actually kind of good.
Yeah. Sean John has another amazing fragrance. This is hyped as well, but I love it. It's Unforgivable. It's gorgeous. Yeah. Da mesma casa que ele trouxe, né, tem o Unforgivable também, que é uma linda fragrância, kind of very similar to Millesime Imperial, but it's very good one. It's really good. É bem parecida com Millesime Imperial, mas muito bom. Tá aí, respondendo aqui a pergunta, Capo Perfumes. Laís, tudo bom, Laís? Laís lá, she's also a moderator on my group, Perfume Friends, Laís lá, que também é uma moderadora. Laís, traz a pergunta aí pro Chad. Vamos lá, o que você quer perguntar pro Chad? Laís, fique à vontade. So, if you want to ask something to Chad... Oh, my God. She's bad mood. Ela tá de mau humor. A Laís tá de mau humor. Are you bad mood, Laís? Você tá de mau humor? All right.
I got a question.
I have one more that I want to bring you. Oh no, you don't like this one. You won't like this one. This is another Brazilian fragrance. This is one of the first Brazilian fragrances to utilize the note of oud, because oud is very new in Brazil. It's called Essential Oud, or we can say Essential Oud. It's gorgeous. It has this like gourmand vibe. It's a medicinal oud with saffron, with praline, which brings this caramel coat to it. It's syrupy, sweet, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Performance of this one is just like incredible. It's like 24 hours easy. It's crazy. Beautiful scent.
This one here is more of a gentleman's fragrance. It's this might be a little heavy for the Brazilian.
It looks heavy by the color of the juice.
It's amber, incense, apple, some sandalwood, I believe.
Thank you. Something amber.
Dunhill Pursuit. Wait.
Dunhill Pursuit. É pouco mais pesada.
Oh, sorry, no. Dunhill Custom. This is the Pursuit.
Oh, okay.
But these are super cheap.
Yeah, Dunhill are cheap.
But this here, it's very classy. It's mature. It's more of a black tie type.
É classudo, é maduro, mas é muito bom. So, what's the name again? Dunhill?
Dunhill Custom.
Dunhill Custom.
This is for like the Canadian winters.
Ok. Isso é para o inverno canadense. Então, você imagina, deve ser bem pesado, porque o inverno canadense não é de brincadeira, né? Tá aí. Laís lá is asking you, what's your feminine fragrance that you like the most?
Feminine. There are a few. So, okay, I'm trying to think. Versace Bright Crystal Noir.
Versace Bright Crystal Noir.
That's really sexy, and it's also classy.
Mm.
I also like Bulgari Omnia Coral. And there's two other ones. Ferragamo Signori. My Italian is really bad, but Signorina or Signoria, something like that.
I think it's Signorina. Yeah, Ferragamo, I think it's Signorina.
And oh Lord, my wife wears it all. Trussardi Donna.
It's it's a very different take on the feminine fragrance, which I like. They're not this mainstream. Tô falando para ele que é bem interessante, porque ele pegou aí algumas coisas que não são muito, né, no mercado mainstream. Ele pegou algumas coisas mais fora do radar, which is really nice. Now, I'm really impressed. You didn't pick any like Gucci or, you know, this kind of stuff that the girls really like La Vie Belle or something like that. That's kind of so damn popular, you know.
Hypnotic, yeah.
Lancome and stuff like that. You went to this out of the radar houses.
But
saiu do radar com essas casas.
Like my wife and I, we're also about economics, right? So like she likes her good. I don't want to say she likes her good cheapies, But a lot of the stuff that I introduce her, like what we do is that we'll go to the mall across the street. If she likes it, I'll pick it up for her online. It's so much cheaper.
Nice, nice. O que ele faz é o seguinte, ele sai com a esposa dele, quando ele vai comprar as fragrâncias, que ele normalmente escolhe os perfumes para a esposa dele. Ele sai, né, vai para o shopping center, aí ela testa as fragrâncias com ele, ele dá a opinião dele, e quando ela gosta de um perfume, aí ele chega em casa e pede online. É claro que ele vai achar essa fragrância, às vezes, pela metade do preço do que do shopping center.
I got a question for you. So, okay, so you're in Europe. So you have access to Trussardi, right? Am I right?
Yeah, I do.
If you're able to get some samples from their new luxury line, I'll pay you for them, and I'll pay for shipping and everything if you can.
Okay.
Because they don't even sell this anymore. They only sell like 3 Trussardis in Canada, and their luxury line they don't sell at all here. I've reached out to them saying, hey, I'll pay for the samples, I'll pay for everything. They just don't offer them.
I'll be happy to, yeah, I'll be happy to. Ele está me perguntando aqui se eu tenho acesso aos Trussards, né? Porque ele gosta muito dos perfumes da Trussard, porque lá no Canadá parece que é só 3 perfumes que ele tem, né? Então, perguntando se eu tenho acesso aos perfumes da Trussard, que ele paga, eu, né, envio para ele. Eu falei que sem problema, eu tenho acesso aos perfumes da Trussard. Like, aqui tem vários. We have a lot of them.
I'm looking it up right now, but this stuff, the brand itself is ridiculous when it comes to the clothing. Like the pricing is nuts. Okay,
That's in a good way or in a bad way?
Sorry?
The pricing is nuts on a good way or a bad way?
Well, I don't believe in spending like $300 on a pair of pants. Okay.
Neither do I.
Or like. Okay, so let's say, okay, shoes. I'm looking at the official website. Okay.
Someone is asking if you've done a Desire Black review. If you have a
Dunhill Desire.
Review. Yeah.
Already filmed it. I did it like 2 years ago.
Ele fez a resenha, viu, Eduardo? Tá, mais ou menos 2 anos atrás. É só você clicar Dunhill Desire Black que você vai achar no canal dele. Beleza?
But for a pair of high heel shoes, $290, €290. Are you kidding? That's nuts.
No, I wouldn't go for that. No, not me.
This is the luxury line. They come in this size, this shape now.
Okay, these are kind of like a private blend.
Yes.
Something like. Okay, that's their exclusive. Então,
yes.
Ele tem né, é isso que eu estou me perguntando. Okay, now I understand. No, I haven't come across yet, no.
They're €165.
Yeah, that's private blend price. Né? They're the same price as the private blend.
I'm not pitching that kind of money for just to smell it. So.
Yeah, that's a bit too much.
But okay, so. This is €103. I got my wife this for $30 Canadian.
Okay.
That's like 20.
Essa é a diferença. São €103 lá no shopping, onde ele foi, e ele comprou para a esposa dele. And you bought it for your wife for how much?
$30 USD. Sorry, no, $30 Canadian, but it was a smaller one. It was like a 30 ml.
Yeah. $30 canadenses, que é bem menos do que o dólar americano. Então, assim, de 103 para 30. Né? Então, é o que ele faz com a esposa dele. Ele, né, leva a esposa dele no shopping, ela sente o perfume, gostou desse, ele chega em casa e faz o pedido online. Né? No caso, aí, 3 vezes mais barato. And you're definitely right. Like, why would you pay $103 if you can like pay a fraction of that price just by ordering it online? It doesn't make sense. And that's what I do as well. Usually I wouldn't buy stuff on a physical place. I would just order it online because it goes way cheaper. That applies to everywhere in the world as well. Então, isso se aplica para qualquer lugar no mundo.
Every now and then, but not often.
Yeah. But some fragrances are expensive. It doesn't matter. if you like buy them online or if you buy them like alguns perfumes são caros, não importa. That happens here with Chanel's. The Chanel's are always going to be expensive. The Christian Dior is always going to be expensive. What else? Armani, very expensive. Yves Saint Laurent, expensive. Some YSL you can get cheap, but most of the YSL.
And same with Gucci, even though Gucci can be a little expensive too, even on the
actually the women's side of Gucci, yes. It's always expensive. And you can find some cheaper like men's fragrance, Gucci fragrances,
Okay, so Pedro was asking for a good night out scent. Guess seductive indigo for men. So this is cheap though, but it's got iris, coconut. It's got, oh Jesus, Murphy. I've done a review of this, but it has a lot of sex appeal. It's a night out scent, I find.
Ele tá falando aqui mais uma vez que esse perfume da Guess é bem sexy. Ele tem um apelo sexual bem bacana. I'm gonna bring one more fragrance that I think it's well worth the money. Vou trazer mais um perfume que eu acho que vale muito a pena o valor que você paga nesse perfume. It's old school, né? Um perfume das antigas, mas it's not as cloying, it's not as in your face. Então é um perfume old school, mas não é um perfume tão na sua cara igual a grande maioria desses perfumes old school, which is Jaipur Homme Eau de Parfum. Have you tried this one?
For sure.
Oh, I just love it. It's an old school, but it's so well blended. It's class. It's powder. There's a lot of powder on this one. It's powdery. It's classy. It's clean. It's soapy. It's complex. É uma fragrância limpa, atalcada, complexa, long-lasting. Né? Tem uma ótima performance. Perfeito.
I got two fragrances from a brand that doesn't get a lot of mention. They're sexy and they're super economical.
Right.
Roberto Cavalli.
Oh, I own that one. I own the Silver Essence.
I have that in, yeah. So I just grabbed these two. But this is my favorite one, though, from the line.
Yeah, that's the Silver Essence, yeah?
No, this is the Deep Desire.
Oh, Deep Desire. I don't know that one. One.
It's woods and spices. It's nothing. Yeah. Okay, so also, so to Pedro, if you want something night out.
Para sair à noite, Pedro, Deep Desire da.
This is way better than this.
Roberto Cavalli.
But I'm also older. So I don't know how old Pedro is, but this, like, a younger man could wear this, but it's has a more mature.
Jovem pode usar isso, mas é mais indicado para pessoa. Ele diz um pouco mais com um pouco mais de idade. I know the other one as well. Do you know the other one, the original one, the darker one you have there? It reminds me of 1 Million Privé. That one, yeah, that one smells kind of like 1 Million Privé. Now, essa me lembra 1 Million Privé. And the Silver Essence, it smells a lot like the Prada, the new Prada. Jeez, I completely forgot the name. It's also powdery as well.
They have a few. Like, so is it?
That new Prada, clean. It's powdery. It's that's one of the biggest ones now.
Prada Prada L'Homme. Prada L'Homme.
Yeah. It smells like Prada L'Homme. Now, eu tô falando para ele que esse Roberto Cavalli, o Silver Essence, que é o clone desse tradicional, parece muito Prada L'Homme. To be honest, I prefer the Roberto Cavalli over the Prada L'Homme. I would pick Roberto Cavalli all the time over the Prada L'Homme. And for a fraction of the price, e por uma fração do preço, eu realmente prefiro o Roberto Cavalli.
This is just sexy, like this stuff here.
Yeah.
Deep.
That's the good thing about you kind of go fishing, you know. Essa é a sensação de você pescar na perfumaria. Você sai pescando e você às vezes encontra fragrâncias muito baratas, né? E por uma fração do preço. Now you don't need to pay big money for quality. Like, you know, this is an example of it, you know. O Velvet Wood da Latafa é um exemplo. Você não precisa pagar big money. They're better than most of the niche we see around.
And how long does that last?
Oh, that's crazy. That's 9 hours plus easy.
This is like 8 to 10 hours. And it's an eau de toilette. So.
Então, é um eau de toilette que ele está falando que dura de 8 a 10 horas. So you don't need to pay big money for quality.
If you want something that's super cheap, super casual, more of a daytime scent, Ferrari Scuderia Light Essence Aqua. This is super, super cheap.
Ferrari Scuderia Essence Aqua, que ele está indicando também, um perfume muito, muito barato. And,
but it's not bad.
Yeah. And you don't have like Walmarts there, do you? Something Walmart.
And look, I can see it right now.
All right. And I'm sure you can get a lot of like cheapies in Walmart.
Here, let me show. I'll show the audience the view.
Ele vai mostrar para vocês a vista da casa dele, para vocês terem uma ideia. Ele vai tentar mostrar o Walmart. I hope I won't lose you. Eu espero que eu não vou perder ele.
There's Walmart right there. Right. Walmart's right there.
Mora do lado do Walmart. That's a beautiful view, man. Linda, linda vista dele aí do Canadá. That's an insane view.
That's the view that sold my wife on getting this place.
Someone said Trussardi Riflesso. I've read very positive comments about it. Riflesso. I don't know Riflesso, but I've seen it for sale around here. I know they sell it in Ireland. Então, eu não conheço o Riflesso, mas eu sei que eles vendem aqui na Irlanda. Eu acho que ele tem, né? You have that, Chad?
Yeah, hold on.
Nice. Vou perguntar para o Chad um pouco sobre o Riflesso. Até porque eu também estou curioso, né? Sobre o Riflesso.
Give me a second here. Oh, Jesus, Murphy, fuck. I'm running out of space.
That's a lot.
I'm running out of space.
That's a lot of Trussardis, man.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so Riflesso.
Nice flask.
So a lot of it looks kind of dated, a little vintage, but it's not. So this does get a lot of comparisons to YSL's La Nuit de l'Homme.
Então, tem muita comparação com o La Nuit de l'Homme. Brazilians love La Nuit de l'Homme.
It doesn't but this one's even better though.
Ele falando que esse é melhor, que é o Riflesso. What? I can't read that.
Blue Vibe.
Blue Vibe. Ele está falando que esse Blue Vibe é até melhor do que o Riflesso tradicional.
This one came directly from Greece. One of my subscribers over there gave it to me.
Ele mandou para ele da Grécia.
Black Extreme, not bad.
Black Extreme, yeah. Ele falou que não é mal.
If you want a good unisex scent, like this is like right down the middle. It's class, it's elegance, and it's maturity. Scent of Gold.
Então, se você quer um perfume unissex, que é bem classudo, que é um perfume mais maduro, Scent of Gold. Quite a Trussardi collection you have there.
Oh, it's not all of it. We got
Isso não é a coleção completa da Trussardi dele.
This is discontinued, along with
continuado.
This stuff is. I got this because of Chris from Scentland.
Ele pegou esse aí por causa do Chris do Scentland.
It's got black currant. It's a super casual scent. It just smells so incredible.
É bem casual. Tem groselha. É bem casual.
And this is Trussardi Uomo the Red.
Trussardi Uomo the Red. I've seen this around. Is this any good, Uomo the Red, or is kind of like generic?
No, to me it's not generic. It has like a red wine accord or like a boozy accord.
Nice, I love it. Então ele falou que não, que o Uomo the Red não é genérico, mas tem um acorde de vinho. I love it. Yeah.
It has like a a classy yet playful vibe at the same time.
Vibe clássica e playful ao mesmo tempo.
But there's only, I think, me and George, the fragrance apprentice.
Yeah, oh, Joe, yeah, love him, yeah. Então,
Yeah,
ele e o
one that-
George do Fragrance Apprentice, né, o canal da Inglaterra, é que falaram sobre ela.
This stuff is just fantastic, though. Very underrated. So
Nice. I've seen a lot of
this is the and this is
my lens, yeah.
This is gets a lot of comparisons, and there's a lot of similarities to it. Carolina Herrera CH Men.
CH Men da Carolina Herrera. And which one would you pick now? This one or Carolina Herrera?
I choose this one just because I'm a Trussardi guy.
Yeah, então entre esse e o Carolina Herrera, ele pegaria o Trussardi.
Carolina is probably blended a little bit better, but let me give you guys a little history lesson. You know how everybody associates CH Men, like everybody thinks that Jeremy Fragrance brought that one into the community.
Muita gente pensa, ele tá dando uma aula de história aqui. Muita gente pensa que foi o Jeremy que trouxe o CH Men para as resenhas, right? It wasn't him, no.
It's a Brazilian guy.
Foi brasileiro que trouxe o CH Men para as.
Back in 2012 or 2013.
Por volta de 2012 ou 2013, foi brasileiro que trouxe o CH Men, não o Jeremy.
He didn't do a lot of videos, but he was like a model. He's like super good looking. He was young.
Ele fez um monte de vídeo, mas ele era modelo, bem bonitão.
Yeah, so wasn't Jeremy. It was a Brazilian guy.
Oh, good to know. Now, I hope Jeremy is not stealing the credit for that one. Eu espero que o Jeremy não tá roubando os créditos dessa, né? Yeah, but it's funny, like when you get too big. It's pretty much what you say. It could be a law, isn't it? Like sometimes you get too big, and if you say something, or if you bring something up, or if you talk about a fragrance, it's immediately hyped. And at least I think that doesn't necessarily means that has to be something good. That has to be something that fits in the reviewer's taste. Isn't it, Chad? Então, eu tô falando que muitas vezes a pessoa chega a ser tão grande, né, um reviewer, por exemplo, como Jeremy, né, que muitas vezes o que ele fala se torna quase que uma lei. Ele traz uma fragrância, ela é hypada imediatamente. O que não necessariamente é, né, porque, assim, muitas vezes ele traz uma fragrância que é do gosto dele, mas não quer dizer que é do gosto.
Bottega Veneta Illusione?
Illusione, Bottega Veneta. That's a brand I really like. I like their leather.
And the brand, but I love this one.
I like the brand. I like their leather fragrances. They have a kind of like a line with leather, and I really enjoy. What's your favorite note, Chad? What's your favorite note in perfumery?
Citruses, of course. Neroli.
Neroli. I love Neroli.
We want spices. It's going to be like coriander, cinnamon. I don't mind a little bit of even though like I really like Marc Jacobs Bang. Pepper's not one of my favorite notes, but that one I do. Pink pepper is what I like. Black pepper, it's okay.
Ele gosta de pimenta rosa. Pimenta preta é ok, mas ele ama pimenta rosa.
Pink pepper is way better though. Yeah, but if you,
softer, yeah. Vai pegar uma. My favorite notes would be.
This is an American company, I believe. The Art of
Cardamom.
Cardamom and coriander. This is just a really well blended scent. I love spices.
Is this a kind of a designer or indie?
It's a shaving company.
Wow.
It's a shaving company out of the US, but they do some fragrances.
Yeah, we have some here as well. I think a Savile Row. A gente tem a Savile Row, que é uma companhia de barba que produz também perfumes e produz belíssimos perfumes também, bem fora do radar. Então, essa é Coentro e Cardamomo. Muito legal. So, we have a comment here. Congratulations for your guests. He's lovely and very accessible. Yeah, but it's very nice, Chad. I'm really happy you could make it because I know you have your things to do. You know you have your own things. You could be busy there, and
That's been
it
awesome.
only shows that how humble you are, how feet on the ground you are. Tô falando para ele que isso só mostra o quão humilde ele é, o quão pé no chão ele é, né? E
If you reach out to my friend Steven Redolescence and ask him to do it, I'm pretty sure he'll do it for you.
ele tá falando aqui, se eu entrar em contato com o Steven do Red Adolescence e chamar ele para fazer isso, ele tem certeza que o Steven faria comigo. If you say so, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it.
And if you get Fabio, I'm pretty sure Fabio will do it as well.
I've done with I've done one with Fabio and Cassiano. Tô falando que se eu chamar o Red Adolescence, ele vai fazer, o Fábio, ele vai fazer.
Sure that Redolescence will do it.
Yeah. We should, get some time and schedule some time. I was thinking of something like that, to get Red Adolescence, especially because he has his own perfume line, and that'd be good for him to show.
Even like guys like Mr. Smelly. I'm sure Mr. Smelly will help you out. He's a good dude. Yeah. Same with Fragmental. And he's in the
Estamos citando aqui nomes de resenhistas, né, internacionais, como Mr. Smelly, como Red Adolescence, né, como alguns outros que com certeza fariam esse projeto, né, de estar trazendo esse bate-papo na comunidade.
And if you ask Mark Robesaway, he might. I know he's really busy, but he might.
That's very nice. That's very nice. You're bringing me some new ideas, some fresh ideas. Yeah, because when I do these lives, I always wanted to bring something different than, we see in the Brazilian community. Né? Quando eu trago essas lives, eu sempre quero trazer algumas coisas diferentes do que a gente vê nas lives, que a gente vê na comunidade brasileira. I always want to bring something that matters. Né? Eu sempre quis trazer coisas realmente que importam, coisas que são legais. Né? I know there is a lot of Brazilians that mention your name, and because your name pops up really often as one of the best reviewers in their opinion. Eu tô falando aqui para o chat que eu sei que o nome dele aparece muito nas pesquisas dos grupos aí, que muitas vezes nos grupos de perfumes as pessoas colocam qual o melhor resenhista. Então o nome do Chad aparece sempre como um dos melhores, né? For various reasons, one of them is because you were honest. You got that before. Some people say you're honest. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you like it. You're not bought. You're not sold out. Né? Ele não é vendido. Ele não é. Ele fala aquilo que ele pensa. And same as, that brings me another question now. Do you usually buy your own fragrances, or you get them sent by companies? Or então, perguntar se ele compra os perfumes dele ou as empresas enviam para ele.
I rarely, if ever, get fragrances. And I just want to point it out. I don't like getting free product. If it's like a gift from my wife, it's different. But I don't like getting free product from Adolescence, from Jeremy. Like I did accept gifts from Jeremy, but I no longer have them. I gave them away.
Ele tá falando que ele raramente, e na verdade ele não gosta que as pessoas enviam coisas para ele. Ele não gosta de receber nada do Jeremy, não gosta nem mesmo do Red Adolescence, que é amigo dele, do Steven. Ele não gosta porque ele não se sente bem. So, you would much prefer you purchase your own fragrance. Então, ele prefere muito mais ele mesmo comprar os perfumes.
I appreciate the generosity from the other reviewers who send me a product, but I don't want to review it just in case I don't like it. I don't want that to affect our friendship. And even though that it may not, there's just that little part of me that might. There's two things. There's the part of me that thinks, okay, well, even if I give it a negative review, even if I'm as politically correct, and I hate political correctness, it doesn't matter. That person might take it the wrong way. And secondly, even when reviewers and like the bigger names, where I'm not going to say them, but even when they get free bottles and they say that all opinions are their own, there's still a number of people who don't believe it, even when it really is.
So ele está falando aqui que ele não gosta de receber perfumes, nem mesmo de amigos, porque pode ser que a review dele não vai ser tão positiva, e às vezes isso pode influenciar na amizade deles, por mais que não, mas ele não gostaria, por exemplo, de falar mal de perfume de um, aí ele vai ficar naquela questão, eu tenho que ser politicamente correto, eu tenho que falar bem mesmo não estando, e ele não é assim. That makes sense, Chad. Can you imagine, I can imagine you reviewing a Steve fragrance, as you said that you're not a big oud, and for what I've heard.
But some of his stuff is really good, but it's just I don't want to review it because, and that's another thing. When I get like a free bottle from somebody, I feel like I have to review it.
E outra coisa também, ele falou assim que igual, por exemplo, as do Steve, do Red Lessons, ele não quer fazer uma review, algumas ele gostou muito, mas outras ele não quer fazer uma review. E outra coisa, quando ele recebe uma fragrância, fica aquela coisa que agora eu tenho que fazer uma review porque eu recebi. Yeah, you get that responsibility. Do I have to review because I just got it from someone for free?
But even if they say, no, you don't have to review it at all, there's still that part of me that says that you have to. And I like...
mais que ele fala, você não tem que fazer review, mas alguma coisa dele falar, mas eu ganhei, eu tenho que fazer.
And I like doing stuff. I like doing my own thing. That's why another reason, like, it's an off-topic one, but I don't like being tagged in some of these fragrance videos.
E outra coisa, né, fora, né, do tópico que ele está falando, mas ele não gosta de ser tagado nesse tipo de vídeo. So, same for me. I don't like being tagged in some other stuff. I like my own thing. I have my own thing. I say what I say. E eu sou o tipo do canal também, eu estou explicando por aí que eu falo o que eu falo. Eu gosto da minha coisa também e it's like I say whatever I think, you know? And sometimes it hurts, but it's not my intention to hurt anyone. Então eu falo o que eu penso, às vezes machuca alguém, mas não é minha intenção. It's like I've done a video not too long ago. It was like 10 things I don't like about 10 things I don't like in reviews. So that was my video. So I just said 10 things I don't like in reviews. And people got a bit like, então tô falando para o meu vídeo, né, de 10 coisas que eu não gosto em resenhas de perfumes. And people say, oh, you're saying something about it, is you're giving a hint to someone. It wasn't a hint. It was just like, there's a lot of stuff I don't like in review. I'm just saying it. I'm just expressing myself.
Try not to do, like, I like to rock the boat a little bit. I like to cause a little bit of mischief. Yeah. But when it comes to like videos like you just did, even though that you're just giving your own opinions and they're honest and they're not like it's not directed at anybody.
Eu tô falando que mesmo algumas coisas que mesmo que eu tô dando a minha opinião e que elas são honestas, yeah.
There's always people that are going to take it the wrong way.
E sempre vai ter pessoas que vão pegar, né, do jeito errado, que vão receber essa informação do jeito errado. Yeah, true. It's like an example. I don't like when I'm watching a review and let's say it's a 10 minutes review and 5 minutes of that review was only about the bottle. So it's 10 minutes review and 5 minutes was a bottle review. And finally, the other 5 minutes is the juice review. So I was like, I'm going to go forward for the first 5 minutes because I want to see the juice review. When the bottle is out of this world, igual que eu tô falando para ele. Eu não gosto de assistir uma resenha, por exemplo, de 10 minutos, que 5 minutos é falando do frasco. Né? Então, se é o caso, eu vou apressar, eu vou passar para frente 5 minutos, já vou direto, então, pro... Unless it's the bottle, it's a golden bottle, it's a crazy design or something to make me waste 5 minutes of the review just, you know, watching stuff about the bottle itself.
Yeah.
Or... You know, and this is honesty, you know, like, I mean, I'm sure you have your thing. Vivo, Mythos.
A water company. It's like it's a cigarette company.
Yeah. Oh, we know well, yeah. They have quite a few perfumes, don't they?
They have 7 or 8.
I think so, yeah. Então tá trazendo mais da Zippo, que eles têm mais ou menos 7 ou 8 perfumes.
To answer Miguel's comment, I don't know if I smelled that one.
Petra Valley Black, neither do I. Neither do I.
A lot of his fragrances are discontinued type of thing.
Mm. Yeah, no, I don't know. Roberto Cavalli Black, I can't recall right now. Não, não conheço também. Não conheço.
So is anybody in the comments talking shit about me? I wouldn't be surprised.
Not really.
I'm just goofing, man.
Yes, someone said the fragrance as a protagonist of the review, nothing else. Congratulations for your honesty. Yeah, the fragrance is the protagonist. Like, if you waste too much time talking about some other things, it shouldn't be a fragrance review. It should be like a bottle review, or should be something else review. Yeah.
I do a lot of sample reviews just to kind of like belt out a video.
Mm.
And even if you were to spend like $20, the little
vários vídeos de samples, e mesmo que você gasta $20.
The little purchases, if you were to buy something small, even if it's not fragrance related, if you were to buy like a $3 chocolate bar every single day.
Então, mesmo se você vai comprar uma barra de chocolate de $3, mas todo dia,
that's going to add up. In the end, it's going to add up a lot of money.
No final vai ser monte de dinheiro. Todo dia, 3.
So, like, this is like $15.
Então, esse é 15.
$27.
27, o outro é 24.
Even if you buy a bunch of cheapies, it's still going to cost you a lot of money in the end.
Baratinhos, ainda assim vai custar monte de dinheiro.
That's why I do a lot of sample reviews as well, because I don't want
monte de reviews de samples. Yeah. Do you remember this one, Chad? I think you reviewed this one. That was a long time ago. You're going to remember that.
That's a Penhaligon's
Blenheim Bouquet.
Oh, Jesus, yes.
Yeah. I remember that. You didn't like that one. I mean, you kind of like, but it was a bit too kind of like barbershop-y for you, wasn't it?
I'm not into the barbershop type of fragrances.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Eu tô falando pro Chad aqui que ele fez uma review desse perfume aqui, né? Interessante que algumas coisas eu lembro do canal dele. Ele fez uma review desse perfume aqui e ele ficou meio que no muro, ele achou muito barbershop, né? I actually love it because I love this kind of, but I mean, you're right about this one. It has this like 2 centuries ago vibe to it. It's kind of like you smell like 200 years ago, né? Tô falando pra ele que ele tá certo sobre esse perfume aqui, que você vai ter o cheiro de 200 anos atrás, né? I think 1903, if I'm not mistaken. Foi lançado em 1902, actually, né? 1902. It's insane.
1860.
Oh my goodness. Some history there, huh?
I got a
1860 essa aí.
I already filmed the video. It's going to be released in about a week or so.
Yeah, ele já fez o vídeo, ele vai liberar o vídeo dessa, hein?
I have about between 15 and 20 videos in queue already.
Really?
I'm a worker.
I wish I could do that. One day I'm going to reach that stage. Ele já tem 15 a 20 vídeos já na fila para soltar. I have none because I just don't have time.
And I have
eu não tenho nenhum porque eu não tenho tempo.
And I have 4 other videos that I haven't put onto the computer yet and started editing.
Wow. I wish I could do that.
I am always working. I have to kind of like take a step back and just relax.
But you're right, Chad. You're right, because sometimes you have something in mind or some idea, and a creator has to. You got an idea, write down, and you do it immediately. Otherwise, it's just gonna fade away. Eu tô falando para ele que, como criador, você tem que já pega a ideia, faz imediatamente. Senão, vai simplesmente desaparecer a ideia.
Like I have a list of things that I want to do, but then like when I look at the list that I've already have like in queue, then I look at the list that I want to film. I'm like, okay, like I start feeling overwhelmed. But I feel
então, ele tem as ideias das coisas que ele quer fazer, mas quando ele já acha que as coisas que ele já tem pronto em filme, com as coisas que ele tem que fazer, ele se sente que acha que tem demais já.
But I feel like I have to do another one. I got this. This is the one that's going to be better than the last video. But you know.
I know the feeling. Someone is asking your channel's name. It's called A Gentleman's Journey.
Yes.
A Gentleman's Journey.
Changed it.
And why did you pick that name, Chad? Por que você escolheu esse nome, A Gentleman's Journey? A Jornada de Cavalheiro.
So when I first started 7 years ago, it was White Spirit. It was White Spirit Bear. But White Spirit Bear is an indigenous name.
Ele pensou no urso, o urso e do espírito branco. O espírito branco urso.
It's an indigenous.
That would be a very weird name. Tô falando bem que esse seria um nome bem esquisito.
But it's an indigenous name to the natives on the west coast of Canada.
Mas vem dos nativos da costa oeste do Canadá.
But so I changed it to the everyday man because that's me.
Mudou para o homem de todo dia, o homem de todo dia.
Then I decided to kind of like rebrand to A Gentleman's Journey.
Mudar para Gentleman's Journey, a jornada do cavaleiro, which I agree, that's way better name than White Spirit Bear.
Yeah, but I wanted to kind of like rename myself this past. Like, I took a break. I took a break in March, and it was going to be like 3-4 months. But I came back early.
Parado em março, que era para ser 3 a 4 meses.
But I came back early because of COVID-19.
Aí ele voltou mais cedo por causa do COVID-19.
So I decided, you know what? People are going to start watching YouTube, so why not just come back? But I wanted to change it.
YouTube, por que não voltar, né?
I wanted to change the name to Blue Collar Gentleman.
Ele queria mudar o nome para o homem do colar azul, né? Do collar de camisa, né? Azul.
Because I'm a blue collar worker.
Colarinho azul. Ele queria mudar o nome, o homem do colarinho azul.
But one of the guys, Josh from the channel Sense, said that
Josh do Sense
knows me. Everybody knows me as A Gentleman's Journey. So
todo mundo conhece ele como Gentleman's Journey.
So you're on a fragrance journey. You're on a journey to become a better person, a better human.
Numa jornada para se tornar essa pessoa. Aí ficou.
So that's pretty much it. So I decided to keep it to A Gentleman's Journey.
Ele redecidiu isso. Okay. Someone is. Thank you, Mark and Charge. I didn't get that. Saucy Faye, sorry, Anias, I didn't get that. Saucy Fala, sorry, Anias.
I want to ask a question for your audience. What part of Brazil are they from?
Who? Me? Are you asking me that, Chad? Sorry.
No, you're the people in the chat. So
all right.
Was it?
It's it's everywhere. They're some from São Paulo, some from Rio, some from they're all over Brazil.
Okay.
All over Brazil.
How many people are in the chat, anyways?
By now we have 29.
I can't see it on my side. Hey, is Fabio Conde? Is he being a creeper? Is he just lurking?
I can see him here. I don't think he's around. Otherwise, he would have identified himself so far. No, I can't see him, but he will watch that because he's a big fan of yours.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, Fabio Conde is a big fan of yours. He's your friend on Facebook, as I can see there. Né, yes. Eu tô falando aqui que ele tá perguntando se o Fábio Condé tá assistindo. Eu falei, não, o Fábio Condé é um fã dele, né? Porque o Fábio Condé é amigo dele no Facebook.
I like to.
Yeah. Someone said, and Mark's lives, you don't need to pay super chat to have your answers, the answers you want. No, you don't need to pay super chat on my channel. Então, aqui no meu canal, você não tem que pagar super chat para ter. Super chat é uma coisa que eu nem sei como é que funciona e nem quero saber. Now, just telling them. I don't even know how it works, and I'm not interested either. I'm not against whoever uses that. Mark, congrats. I'm your fan. Oh, what a difference compared to the other reviews. That show, Mark. Thank you. Obrigado. Aí. There you go.
My mouth will dry. Christiana.
Christiana, where's her comment, Chad? Is it
Chad, please, que se soy fragancia. Okay, so if I make that out, some fragrance preferred aromas. Is
it towards the end or towards the beginning there?
It's towards the end. It's under Ars Essentia.
Ars Essentia. Okay, I got him there. Oh, he's under Ars Essentia. Okay.
Well, I'm from Canada.
Okay, Pat, what's your favorite? What are the favorite aromas, favorite smells you love, and gives you happiness?
Can it be outside of fragrances itself, like outside of this type of stuff?
No, it doesn't matter. The fragrances that make you happy, that make you feel happy, uplifting.
Baked bread.
Big what?
Baked bread.
Baked bread. Never heard of it. Baked bread.
You know when you bake in bread, like for sandwiches?
Oh, the actual physical thing of baking bread. Ok. Então, o aroma aqui, eu estava pensando que ele estava falando de uma marca de perfume. Não, mas o cheiro de pão, quando você está assando pão, esse é um cheiro que faz ele ficar feliz.
The great outdoors. I'm big into hiking, so I love the scent of pine trees.
Então, ele gosta muito do cheiro de pinho, né? Do cheiro das árvores de pinheiro, porque ele faz hiking outside, né? Faz hiking e gosta do cheiro de pinho. So do I. Pine it's actually one of my favorite notes. That's why this is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. This is a pine bomb right there. Né? Por isso que eu tô falando para ele que eu gosto muito de pinho também. Né? Não é à toa que esse perfume é um dos meus perfumes favoritos de todos os tempos, porque é um perfume à base de pinho. Né?
Nelson was asking blue collar sale profis.
Is asking me to ask you if you know the Brazilian, some Brazilian fragrances or
no,
none at all.
No, but Nelson was asking if you go up 3, blue collar sale professione di industria construção. Yeah, that one. What does that mean?
Blue collar are professional of the industry, construction, oil. Yeah, he's explaining what blue collar means.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a while ago when you're talking about blue collar. He's explaining about blue collar. Yeah, he's always kind of like knowing everything that's going on right there. Okay, Chad, do you know what do you think of Hermes?
Hermes?
Yeah.
I love Hermes. I like more of their like Ombre Narguilé, Épice Marine, Un Jardin sur le Toit.
Jardin sur le Toit, Ombre Narguilé. Do you like probably the most hyped one, Terre d'Hermes? Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. Ele acha que Terre d'Hermes é ok, então ele gosta mais do Ombre Narguilé, Jardim sur le Toit.
And to answer Miguel Neto, I don't like gourmands for the most part.
Yeah. E Miguel Neto perguntou, ele não gosta de gourmands, não é a vibe dele. There you go. Ars Essentia. Did you try Acqua di Gio Profondo, Le Mal Aviator, and what do you think, Mark and Chad? I haven't tried Acqua di Gio Profondo. I tried Le Mal Aviator. I think is a good scent. Eu acho que o Le Mal Aviator é um bom perfume. Eu não vou dizer que o Le Mal Aviator, na minha opinião, é um excelente perfume. Mas é um perfume que vai agradar muita gente, no sentido de que é um perfume que é muito bom mas não traz nada de novo, na minha opinião. Assim, é uma peça de colecionador, para mim não é uma peça de colecionador, mas é um perfume que vai agradar muito, com certeza é um perfume que vai agradar muito. I'm just saying that I don't know Aqua di Gio Profondo, but I know well Le Mole Aviator. I tried that one, and I think that's a scent that is going to, you know, as a compliment getter. Ela vai trazer monte de elogio, because it really smells good, but it doesn't bring anything new to the table. Não traz nada de novo, né?
I've never smelt it, but I have reviewed the Profondo.
Ok. So o Chad então tem uma review já do Aqua di Gio Profondo. Would you prefer the Profumo or would you prefer Profondo, Chad?
Sorry, the Profondo or what?
Or Aqua di Gio Profumo or Aqua di Gio Profondo?
Profondo.
Really?
Profumo is I find it's more so for a younger guy, and it's also very strong and very sweet on my skin.
Yeah, ele falou que o Aqua di Gio Profumo fica mais forte, um pouco adocicado demais na pele dele. You think Profondo is a bit more like upscale or
not necessarily, but I think it's a very solid work scent. And
é um ótimo perfume para o trabalho profundo.
And I think it is a compliment getter, though.
E atrai muito elogio. I haven't seen Profundo in Ireland at all. Like, I mean, it feels like it didn't land here. Né? Eu tô falando para ele que eu não vi o Profundo aqui na Irlanda. Não chegou aqui de forma nenhuma ainda.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a Michel Germain or a Michael Germain? It's they're known for their sexual line, so they'll have like sexual steel, sexual sugar daddy, sexual fresh. They're from.
Eu tava falando de uma casa aqui que tem a linha sexual, que tem o sexual sugar daddy, sexual fresh, né? Então tudo sexual na marca.
So whenever I review those, I have lipstick all over. Like my wife kisses me all over.
E sempre quando ele vai fazer review, a esposa dele beija ele, que ele fica com toda a marca de batom, né?
So and I just have fun with it. I get no money from it. Like YouTube demonetizes my video, but it's for
ele
fun.
Fala que o YouTube não monetiza o vídeo dele, né? Ele perde a monetização. Are you joking me that your YouTube demonetized your video only because of the kiss marks on your face?
No, it's because of the word sexual in the title.
Oh, então ele fala que o YouTube tira a monetização dele simplesmente por causa da palavra sexual, né? Sexual, que é o nome do perfume no título. Não, impressionante. And even though you know in that, you still use the word sexual on your titles. Okay. Because of that, they demonetize you.
Yes, but this is based out of Toronto.
Yeah, de Toronto.
A couple of years ago, the company reached out to me to work with them, but it just didn't.
Alguns anos atrás, a empresa entrou em contato com ele para fazer uma review da marca.
And like, I'm willing to work with some companies, but I don't want them to say, you can get our Ferrari fragrance for $80 USD on the official Ferrari website when you can get these for $20, $30 online. I wouldn't be able to work with a company like that where they say, well, we'll pay you $1 million, and that's $1 million is a lot of money to say to get it from our company instead of the discounters.
Yeah. Então, assim, ele não quer, igual, por exemplo, porque uma empresa, ele não se sente bem, como uma empresa como a Ferrari, por exemplo, entrar em contato com ele e falar, olha, eu quero que você faz a propaganda das nossas empresas, para eles comprarem da gente aqui por $100. Se eles sabem os lugares, os meios de você comprar baratinho, né, online, por exemplo.
And that's the reason why this didn't pan out, the relationship with them. Because I wouldn't.
Pelo mesmo motivo que a relação dele com essa empresa sexual não deu muito certo.
That's part of it. Like I guess in the end they didn't think that I was a good fit, but there was no way in hell that I was gonna plug this in for because up here, so the mall across the street, you can get this for about $90. but online you can get it for about $30, $40. I'm not telling anybody to get it at the mall or their official website.
Exatamente isso que ele está falando, porque, igual, por exemplo, no shopping esse perfume é vendido por $90. Ele não ia jamais falar na resenha dele para as pessoas irem no shopping comprar essa fragrância por $90, se ele sabe que é vendido online por $30. Então, uma questão de honestidade. So, I don't think that if with your thinking, you're going to have a lot of partners, because this is what partners are all about. They want to make money. They want to push, they want you to push the product. And
that's normal, but I can't do that. Because like once you lose your credibility, it's gone. It's hard to get back.
Igual ele está falando, exatamente. Eles sabem que é assim, que eles querem que a gente puxe o produto, empurra o produto deles, mas uma vez que você perde a credibilidade, você não tem como mais você voltar à credibilidade. One thing I think it's very nice, Chad, about especially the international community. I'm comparing to the Brazilian community right now. Eu estou falando para ele que uma coisa que eu gosto muito, principalmente da comunidade internacional, comparando com a comunidade brasileira, the international community, most of the time, at least as I'm aware of, they actually brand their videos sponsored or not sponsored, or, one way or another, their videos are sponsored. So you can judge yourself if you're going to get something from a sponsored video, if they're being honest, or it's just a sponsorship, Tô falando para ele aqui que uma coisa que eu noto, principalmente na comunidade internacional, é que quando eles fazem vídeos patrocinados, eles deixam você saber. Pelo menos na maioria deles, tá lá, vídeo patrocinado, ou, tem a sponsor lá, and you choose yourself if you want to. But what happened in Brazil is like this kind of things that the video is sponsored, there is someone sponsoring and giving the fragrance for free. No Brasil, o vídeo é patrocinado, tem alguém dando perfume de graça, and they pretty much don't let people know, okay, so they show it as they are rewarding people with a coupon or something, but it's actually not a reward. They're making money with it. Igual no Brasil, eles mostram isso como se estivessem recompensando as pessoas, mas na verdade não estão recompensando ninguém, eles estão vendendo e ganhando com cupom. And I admire the international community for at least letting people know their videos are sponsored. Eu admiro a comunidade de fora, pelo menos eles explicam que o vídeo é patrocinado.
Well, here in North America, you have to, by law, say that it's a sponsored video.
Tá vendo? Aqui, ó, uma coisa muito importante que ele falou. Aqui na América do Norte, onde ele está, por lei, você tem que falar que o vídeo é patrocinado. Otherwise, how would I know? How would I know you're talking because the product is actually very good, or you're not only trying to sell the product?
Okay, so I don't want to put the business out there, but I'm going to do it anyways. Yeah. When Jeremy Fragrance, way before he got 1 million subscribers, he said...
Tá falando do Jeremy, que muito antes, isso é muito importante, muito antes do Jeremy alcançar 1 milhão de inscritos,
he was saying that he never was sponsored by a company.
Tava falando que ele nunca foi patrocinado por ninguém.
Which is horse shit.
Que é completamente mentiroso.
And then recently, just recently,
recentemente,
he said, oh God, I forget what video it was, but it was within the last week.
Ele esqueceu que vídeo que é, mas ele falou, e foi um vídeo na semana passada.
He said that he was sponsored by one of these, like, long time ago.
Ele falou que ele era patrocinado por algum deles longo tempo atrás.
Like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, he said that he was not being sponsored, which we all knew he was.
2 anos atrás, 3 anos atrás, ele falou que não estava patrocinado por ninguém.
But
that's horseshit.
I have no problems with someone who's if it's a sponsored video, just be honest.
Absolutely. I agree 100% with you. I have no problem with sponsorship. I have no problem with someone living out of YouTube. My dream is to live out of YouTube. I would love not to have to work and do what I love. É o que eu estou falando para ele também, né? Eu não tenho nenhum problema também de pessoas que vivem de YouTube. O meu sonho é viver de YouTube e viver daquilo que eu amo, que é fazer review, que é falar de perfume. But I don't like dishonest people. I don't like people that lie to make a living. Eu não gosto de pessoas que mentem para viver de mentira.
There are a few in this community, I'm not going to lie, but
tá falando que tem alguns na comunidade. And Nelson Murillo is talking about exactly the brand that he was sponsored by. He was sponsored by YSL. Everybody knows. That's what Nelson Murillo said.
Well, I'm not subscribed to Jeremy, but every now and then I'll go to his channel to see, right? Here, let me go check it out then. Hold on, give me a second here. Second, I'm not going this. Okay, Jeremy. You know how hard it is to type when you have no space on your desk because of cologne?
I can imagine. Okay, while you try to find, I just need to find some other fragrance here. This is also a good cheapie.
Hold on, let me go back to that screen.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's called Agua Fresca Vetiver. Agua Fresca Vetiver. It's a Spanish brand. It's called Adolfo Dominguez.
You know what? I'm not sure what video it is. Is that it's maybe 5 fragrances I can't live without.
Ele tá falando que o vídeo talvez seja 5 perfumes que eu não consigo viver sem. 5 fragrances I can't live without.
Or it's 7 gorgeous fragrances for men, women. I have to open it up. Women that are forgotten.
Is this the video that he talks about his sponsorship? And he actually... Então ele está dizendo, né? Que
but Jeremy
ele sempre falava que não era patrocinado, e recentemente ele fez um vídeo falando que ele era patrocinado. The question is, why lie? Like, why would he lie about the sponsorship? What's wrong about it if you're being sponsored? I think that's... Entendeu? Eu acho que essa questão de patrocínio é exatamente a mesma coisa que o Chad pensa. Questão de patrocínio. Fala logo, eu sou patrocinado, o vídeo é patrocinado, né? E eu... From the moment that the review is sponsored, you know, if you don't let people know about it, do momento que a review é patrocinada, se você não informa as pessoas que a sua review é patrocinada, você está tentando... É um tipo de trapaça. You're fooling them. Like if you're being sponsored and you don't let people know, you're pretty much making them fool.
No, true, because, but he's also younger than you and I. Like you're probably what?
Ela concordou comigo, mas está dizendo que o Jeremy é mais novo do que eu e ele. Yeah.
So you know, we're also at a different place in our lives. So normally, when you're old, you would know better.
Yeah. And a lot. I agree. É igual ele tá falando, quando a gente é mais velho, a gente sabe mais coisas, a gente adquire mais experiência, né?
But you can't criticize the juggernaut without people getting pissed off with you, right? His fans.
Yeah. So I have no problem with that. I'm not saying that I've never do a sponsored video. Eu não tô falando que eu nunca vou fazer um vídeo patrocinado. But if I ever do a sponsored video, there will be a massive watermark or a massive label. Vai estar aí né, gigante, né? Esse vídeo é patrocinado para as pessoas saberem. Because if at the moment you let them know it's a sponsored video, you can add, okay, that's a sponsored video, but it's still my honest opinion. Você pode falar, ok, é um vídeo patrocinado, mas a minha opinião continua a mesma. Because if you're getting paid to sell something, let's say you have a coupon, that people are going to get discount using your coupon and they're going to give you money. As pessoas vão usar o seu cupom, vão te dar dinheiro por isso. That means the more you sell, the more you make. Né? Significa que quanto mais você vende, mais você ganha. And then, of course, I'm going to try to hide a few things I didn't quite like about the fragrance. Então, é claro que eu vou tentar esconder algumas coisas que eu não gostei da fragrância. Because the more I sell, the more I get, right? porque quanto mais eu vendo, mais eu recebo, na verdade.
Yeah. But I have nothing against him. He's a businessman. More props to him. I wish him nothing but the best. I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I think he's learning a lot as well. I think he eu acho que o Jeremy está aprendendo muito também, né? I think life kind of like gave him a lesson, and he's making the most out of it now. I think Jeremy is way different now than he was. But I'm not even going too back far. I'm saying something around 4 or 5 months ago. Eu acho que o Jeremy é bem diferente agora do que ele era 4, 5 meses atrás.
His latest video is about God.
Yeah, but it was weird. Now, if you see like himself and the Fragrance Bros clashing, it was kind of like something that I didn't quite like to see, and it's not very nice for the frag community to see what was going on. Eu tô falando para ele o que ele e o Fragrance Bro tava acontecendo ali, não era muito legal para a comunidade.
Favorite. I told him that. I respected him for doing it. It just was kind of like, well, should you or shouldn't you?
Ele até falou com o Dave, né? Eu respeito você por entrar nesse clash com o Jeremy, mas você deve estar fazendo isso, você não deve estar fazendo isso. And finally,
okay, go ahead.
And finally, they seem that they're getting on well again now.
Well, kind of, sort of, I guess. I think it's be cordial.
Yeah. Politically correct. Eles estão indo bem, politicamente correto, estão se dando bem, mas no fundo, será que estão se dando bem mesmo? Someone said, Chad, which old school vintage perfume you like the best?
Probably none.
None. It's not your thing at all.
Hey, I'm gonna have to go real soon. Okay. Max 40. What do I think about Max 40? I got nothing against him. I like Max.
You know him. You mentioned so many reviewers, but you never mentioned Max 40. Have you ever met him? Né? Você falou de tantos reviews, mas você nunca falou do Max 40. Você já encontrou com ele?
I met him plenty of times.
Muitas vezes.
He's from Brazil too.
He's from Brazil, yeah. That's probably the reason he's asking, yeah.
There are some people that don't like him. That's your business. I have nothing.
Porque tem algumas pessoas que não gostam dele, mas é problema deles. E ele não tem nada contra o Max. That's nice. That is nice. Okay. Now, I think you have, that was great. I'm sure you have something to do there. And
it's called cuddle.
Would you like?
It's called cuddle time with the wife on the couch.
Yeah. Has to be done. Eu tô falando para ele aqui que eu sei que tem muita coisa para fazer. Pois é, né? Tem que fazer carinho na mulher também, né? Tem que descansar. And I'm sure it was. I don't even know how long we're talking here. Oh my goodness, I have no idea. I swear, I wasn't paying attention on the time. Eu não tenho ideia que a gente está aqui há mais de 3 horas, juro.
Because you had the best company ever.
That's it, which is
wow.
Chad McChesney. I butchered the name again. Mas é muito bom ter o Chad aqui, né? Pessoa super humilde, pessoa super simples, tá aí, passou 3 horas comigo, né? Trouxe um pouco do conteúdo dele, trouxe... I think you brought more than 10 chippies, didn't you? I mean, in our...
Way more than that. Hey, I got a cultural question.
Eu tenho uma pergunta cultural, yeah.
Are Brazilian people generally pretty sarcastic, or do they find it kind of offensive?
Eles estão perguntando se os brasileiros são normalmente sarcásticos ou eles acham sarcasmo um pouco ofensivo. I think we are quite sarcastic when we want to be. We are sarcastic, right?
That's my main language.
Porque assim, ele é a linguagem principal. Então, pelo que eu entendi, ele está tentando explicar para vocês que não se sintam ofendidos. Ele é sarcástico, mas de brincadeira, né? No, Brazilians we can be sarcastic, we can admire a sarcasm with some sense of humor, which is your kind of sarcasm. So it's all good, it's all positive.
All right.
Now, would you like to say anything to the Brazilian community? Would you like to?
Just want to say thank you very much. When you said that I have a good following, I'm not gonna lie. When people, and it's in the other groups, it's not your group, but a lot of people will say, "What are your top 5 favorite reviewers?" I never ever get mentioned. So a lot of the time,
ele está falando que quando as pessoas, ele não tá entre os top na opinião dele, os top reviewers internacionais, e quando as pessoas perguntam quais são os top 5, ele normalmente não aparece. But you would be surprised. Your name came up on the Perfume Friends many times. Eu tô falando, você vai ficar surpreso.
So a lot of the times I don't feel appreciated for the work that I do, right? And I'm the only guy that will put a lot of these other reviewers together. Like, I'll put like a 40-minute
Igual muitas vezes ele está falando que ele não se sente recompensado pelo trabalho que ele faz, mas ele é o cara atrás das cenas ali que coloca um monte de reviewers juntos, né? Desses reviewers mais famosos, ele é que coloca juntos.
So when you told me that I have a very loyal fan base in Brazil, it really did mean.
Quando eu falei para ele que ele tem um grupo leal de fãs do Brasil,
So I'm very humbled and very touched by it. So I thank you very much.
Ele está sentindo tocado e está realmente se sentindo muito humilde por esse carinho dos brasileiros.
My eyes are starting to water.
Porque agora os olhos dele estão. Was that sarcasm again or?
No, I'm touched.
Estou perguntando se foi sarcasmo de novo. Não, ele está se sentindo emocionado. That's very nice, Chad. That's very nice. And as I said, I used to watch a lot of your videos back then before I became a reviewer. Do you know? Because before I became a reviewer, antes de eu me tornar resenhista, I used to watch a lot of videos, like yourself, sometimes 2 or 3 hours, 4 hours watching straight. Now, antes de eu me tornar resenhista, eu assistia muitos vídeos. But I actually, videos and reviews actually didn't bring me to the game. Mas os vídeos e resenhas, na verdade, não trouxeram para o game. I was in the game way before videos, and even before watching videos, before seeing Fragrantica, I just found out that I love it. It was in me already. Eu simplesmente descobri que eu gostava de perfume, já estava em mim. And I start collecting all by myself. No external influences at all. Não tinha influência externa de forma nenhuma.
I just got one question. So Marcelo writes, no carnaval, somos sarcásticos como políticos. Okay, so I was able to gather sarcasm and politics. What do you say, if you don't mind me asking?
Toward the end, do it the end.
Marcelo Arrojo.
Must be. Oh my God! There's a lot of comments coming through now, and I didn't even see Marcelo Arrojo. Okay. All right. In the carnival, where carnival is the Brazilian street party. We are sarcastic like the politicians, he said. No carnaval, a gente é sarcástico como político.
Okay,
I could be very sarcastic.
Carnaval means, I know what it means, but I just didn't know, okay, sarcasm I was able to gather, politicos I knew politics, so I thought it was like sarcasm and politics or political correctness.
Yeah, no, it is actually is actually giving a slap on the Brazilian politics, because they are the sarcastic ones, like they're talking about the politicians, Well, we're sarcastic. That's a time that Brazilians actually just do whatever they want. Everything is kind of allowed.
It's really sad what's going on in Brazil right now, though.
It is, yeah. It is.
But also with COVID-19.
Yeah. We're getting through it. We're getting through it. We're almost reaching the peak.
Yeah. The world just needs to come together. That's all.
I agree with you. Come together with the same mind. If not, it doesn't need to be the same religion. Doesn't necessarily need to be the same likings, but at least together as, united. It needs to unite together as one.
So shall we end?
It was a major pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Se você ainda não se inscreveu no canal do Chad, tá aí, Chad, do canal A Gentleman's Journey. Chad, thank you very much. You're a gentleman. You are way more humble than I thought. Você é muito mais humilde do que eu pensava.
Listen, like I tell everybody, okay, just because I'm a bald white guy and I look like a
Só
racist
porque eu sou um cara branco e careca,
one, okay? I may look intimidating, but I'm not.
não quer dizer que eu sou intimidador, né? Eu posso parecer intimidador, mas eu não. No, you're a teddy bear.
That I am.
Chad, really nice to see you. Really nice to have you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Have a good night.
Tchau, pessoal.
Bye.